Good. What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? Oh shit. Come on. What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? This your boy No Filter right here. Fucking God. My bad. Yeah. There we go. All right. I got this shit done. I got this shit done. I got it down pat. Had to mute the browser. Got the stream up. Okay, cool. What up, YouTube? This your boy No Filter. Hitting you guys today with another video slash stream again today. And today's topic is more of a very important topic. And it's not really about women dating and relationships. This topic is called Find the Hobby. Find the Hobby. Now, I want to discuss this topic because I feel like, when you get past that, I want you want to discuss this. When you get past that red pill rage, you get past that point of all of the trying to always seek the female validation, and you finally take the red pill, and you finally find your footing. I like to say find your footing in life. You finally find that footing. And when you finally find that foot and you go past that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You pass the thinking of having a wife and kid and you just live life for you. The hardest part about getting past the red pill rage is being able to find things to do with your life. And the reason why I want to discuss this topic is because I feel like, to me, I'm at the point in my life that even though dating relationships has surpassed me, I'm past dating relationships on this other aspects of other things in life. I want to discuss this topic amongst MGTOWs, and this is more about like a self-discovery thing. So I want all you MGTOWs out there, or just guys that can relate to this channel. I want you guys to understand, this topic right here is so important to me because, whatever, damn it, what is it? This topic right here is so important. This topic right here is so important. Basically, what is it? But whatever. This topic is so important for a man's mental mind frame, a man's mental health, knowing your purpose, knowing what you want out of life. I think a lot of the times we get so caught up in this whole ideal of, there's no hope in sight. But like I said before, once you get past that red pill rage, what's next after that question? And for me, these are the questions I think a lot of MGTOWs ask themselves the question when you no longer want to seek, when you no longer seek female validation, you no longer seek a date in relationships, you don't want to get married, you don't want wife, you don't want kid. You go past the society, like I'm going back to my stream I just did last night, a couple hours ago, tradition. When you get past tradition, this based off a series I'm doing right here called life experiences here. Basically you get past that red pill rage and it's basically find a hobby. And I like this topic because I feel like sometimes, we get so caught up in this whole dating relationship aspect and society expectations, the fact that you move past this point. There's a channel I listen to, and even though I'm a monk and I'm content, I listen to the channel called MGTOW Money. He talks about investments and stuff like that to me. And I really want to get, I really want to grow and mature as a person. And I really want guys to listen to this channel, people who watch this channel, people who watch the stream, who are very like the regular listeners that come to this channel. I want guys to understand that, when you get past the red pill rage, you got to find a hobby. Find something you love. Find a passion. It can be a hobby. It can be a passion. It's whatever to me. And the reason I want to discuss this topic too, because I write comic books. I'm an aspiring comic book writer myself. I'm an aspiring creator, writer. I want to learn how to draw. I self-taught myself how to write comic books. I'm self-teaching myself how to draw comic books. So, but I feel like we need to, as men in general, find a hobby because life is gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? Like women, society's always gonna try to tell us go back to the plantation. But once you took that red pill, there's no going back. I discussed that many times on this channel before. So this channel is more about self-discovery and basically being comfortable, being cool with yourself. I think a lot of the times where as men we get so we like going back to what my stream I just did, one of my latest streams I just did, tradition, is that going back to tradition is like society wants us men to go out there, get a wife, get a kid, all this other bullshit. But when you break tradition and start focusing on you gotta find a hobby. You gotta have a life outside of whatever it is supposed to be, MGTOW or not. And I think a lot of times men, especially when guys into relationships, You know, they have a hobby, but the girlfriend fucks it up. And I think sometimes as men, we need to have hobbies that we love, whether that's going fishing, whether that's painting, whether that's buying art, whether it's painting, whether it's drawing, whether it's reading a comic book, whether it's reading a novel, whether it's whatever, whether it's cutting grass, whether it's lifting weights, going to the gym. I think finding a hobby, whether it's playing a video game, I think that we all got to find a hobby and find a hobby you thoroughly enjoy. I think that the most important thing about a man's mental health and a man's mental mind frame is a man being able to put it in perspective, because I think a lot of the times we get so caught up in this whole idea of society expectation to tell us what it is to be a man, and then we don't spend we spend so much time chasing tail and chasing ass and chasing trying to fucking chase women and shit like that. We forget the fact that we, you know what I'm saying, we have to fucking find a hobby. And the reason why I want to discuss this topic is because to me, I turned 29 this year, and it's a famous saying that I forgot it was who's it's famous. The older a man gets, the more mature and the more wiser he becomes. Which means is that, you know, once you get past that real pill rage, you gotta. I'm not saying get past that point, because it's always going to be what you call it. It's always going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always going to be an issue. It's always going to be it's always going to be an issue. It's always going to be things you go through. Women is always going to be in our lives. Mom, sister, niece, whatever. You're going to have women in your life that's always going to try to tell you go back to the plantation. It's not the topic. But I'm saying is that when you find a hobby, you find something you love. I found my love for comics with 23, 24, and finding a passion for comic books is so important, because when you're finding a hobby, when you find a hobby, you find a passion you love, that you're passionate about. You find something that you generally love, whether it's comic book, whether it's movies, whatever. It's that when you find something you thoroughly in love, you thoroughly enjoy, I see enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing like as a man feeling being proud of what you accomplished. Like my dad loved building shit when I was younger. My dad loved building things. You know, my dad was a concrete construction worker. I'm not gonna say who he worked for, not to myself, but my dad was a concrete construction worker. He built things. He took pride in building things. And I think this channel right here, it's about find something you love. And for me, and sometimes and people think that, oh, you know, a passion or a hobby costs you. It don't cost much. You know what I'm saying? A hobby or a passion, it don't cost much. If you know your work, whatever you're passionate or whatever your hobby is, if you know there's ways you can work around it without spending a dime for it. You know, so I mean, if you buy comic books, yeah, you can cost some money. But to me, especially when me create my own comic books, I find more passion in creating characters than reading my other folks' characters. And don't get me wrong, I still love Batman, Spider-Man, whatever. But like the love I get when I'm writing a comic book, the love I get when I'm creating a character, female to female, male, whatever. It's like when I'm creating a character, I get so much fulfillment out of it. And I think sometimes I talk about all the time, you know, especially when you get a girlfriend, going back to what I'm saying before, when a man gets a girlfriend or when a man gets a wife, he doesn't have time to focus on his passion or hobby, because he's so focused on, getting the girl, trying to impress her, trying to make her happy. He forgets the fact that he forgets about his hobbies in life. So he starts to make his happiness about her. And going back to this kind of finding hobbies related to the last topic I just did on one of my latest streams called tradition. It goes back to that point where it's like, when you find a hobby and you find something you're good at, it's nothing like putting your time and effort into something you're good at. I self-taught myself how to write comic books. Nobody taught me it. It was one of those things where I guess I was born with this gift, and I found it, and I found ways to work through it. And I think sometimes finding a hobby sometimes is, and I want to say this for you fellas out there, for a lot of you ex-cons out there, because I want to say this because I know a lot of times, for you ex-cons out there, you fellas out there, sometimes when I'm not a felon ex-con, so I can't relate, but like I know, for you fellas and ex-cons out there, you guys have been in jail for like drug charges, gun charges, whatever. You did this time in prison a lot of times. The hardest part about when a man gets out of jail, it can be anything in life. When a man spends times in jail, you know, I'm just speaking for experience of guys I know personally with the jail. I never been there, never, and not don't plan to go no time soon. But You know, when you look, I look at felons, and this is why this topic is kind of related to felons. Kind of like when you look at felons, right? A felon spent 8 years in prison, and he spent 8 years in prison. So he's what, 28 years old. And the whole idea when he gets out of prison, he has that what you call the nigga mind, not the prisoner mentality, that ignorant mindset of there is no hope, there's no hope, there's no gleam in sight. And basic society, you know, society, women, society is constantly, especially society, and these people constantly beat you up talking about, oh, you know, you're a felon, you can't turn your life around. And this topic is so important, whether you're an ex-con or you are not an ex-con, is that find a hobby, fam. I know it's hard, you know, when you get out of jail and people judge you for your past. And we all got a past. Nobody, I'm not fucking perfect. Nobody's not perfect. So we all have our own, we all have our flaws. We all have our issues, the things we deal with in life, personal issues, personal demons we fucking fighting just to get over that shit. But when when you find a hobby that you genuinely love and you're passionate about, the best thing about having a hobby is this: you got to know what you want. And the hardest part about having a hobby, and I'm pretty sure I can speak from my experience, is that when you have a hobby, you find something you love and you're passionate about. It's nothing like, fam, being able to put that work in. I talk about, I have a care, like I rock a lot of superhero backpacks, and I keep a note because I'm always a creator, I'm always a writer, I'm always trying to find different topics to talk about, different characters to create, male to female, and I love to. There's nothing like sitting down, coming up, what's the character origin, what's the character professional person name outside of the costume, what the person does when the person not being a superhero. It's nothing like writing dialogue between two people. It's nothing like creating. It's so much fun. And I think back to my time where, when I go back to my blue pill days when I wanted to get a girlfriend, like I was thinking to all my times where all the times I wanted a girlfriend. And then I look back on it now with me being this well-known excellent writer, constantly growing as a person. I'm constantly working, advancing on my levels, advancing my skill. My writing is getting a lot better. I'm getting more mature with mature things. My writing is getting much darker. I'm able to go places that if I had a girlfriend, I would not be able to focus on myself. And that's why I said with finding a hobby, getting a girlfriend sometimes can be, you know, I didn't say, I said earlier in the stream that we're not women, but when you get a girlfriend and you get a wife, it's like you can't really focus on yourself. You can't focus on something you're passionate about. Like, say for instance, it can be a man's hobby, because I know a lot of guys out there love to work on cars, like the car mechanics. I don't know too many car mechanics in the chat, but if you like to work on cars, you like working and fixing on cars, you love putting on, you know, whatever your hobby it is. But when you got a girlfriend, and you got a wife, and you got a kid, you got a family, you ain't got time. You don't have enough time to focus on the things you love. And that's why I talk about the importance of being learning to be a loner, not following what you did, not doing what society tell you is follow tradition, get wife and kid, but find a hobby you love, man. Because once you get past that red pill rage and people society expectations always tell you go out there, find a wife, get married, and all this other crazy shit, is that when you break that tradition and you break that mold and you break that programming that society is always trying to program in your head, like, yo, it's your job to go out there and get married and all this other crazy shit. Is that when you find a hobby and you find something you love, fam, it's nothing like feeling accomplished for the first time in your life, doing something you can be proud of. Like when I'm writing a comic book, I feel so fucking proud, fam. When I'm creating a character, I feel so proud. And you know, I know a lot of times when it comes, I know a lot of times when it comes to guys, whatever, you know, I'll go back to I'm just what you were saying, live cleaning mental, gardening, tennis, good hobbies that don't cost it. That don't cost much. It's true. Like, you know, hobbies are what they are. You know, you can, you know, basically there is hobbies out there. You know, there's a lot of hobbies that goes on out there, and you don't have to. It don't cost that much. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to the. I mean, yes, I mean movies are mad expensive, especially movies I go to, but movies are mad expensive. You can see, you know what I'm saying? Find, like, you know, go bowling. If you love bowling, go bowling. If you want to go to the movies, go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it means for me, I'm planning to see the two. I think Tupac All Eyes on Me movie come out next week, so I plan to see that. But I'm saying, like, I'm talking about there's always things to do. You ain't gotta get up and go. You ain't always gotta get up and buy things. You know what I'm saying? There's other things you can do with your. There's other things you can do. That's out free. Go to a park. ride your bike, work out. You know what I'm saying? Like you can ride your bike through the park, whatever. You can ride your bike through the neighborhood. I mean, it's always things to do. You can do a mile walk, or 2 mile walk, or a 2 mile run. I mean, it's a lot of things you can do with finding hobbies, that because you got to get past that red pill rage. I know sometimes the MGTOW, the core elements of philosophy, that red pill. But once you take that red pill rage, because I'm getting to a point in my life where, women, to me, I don't worry about women as much because I'm MGTOW, I'm a monk, so I don't give a fuck about women and sex. Like, I don't give a fuck about tradition. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm breaking that. I'm breaking that mind, that ignorant nigga mind, that ignorant mindset that I gotta have women in my life to feel complete. But when you're breaking that, when you break that mold, when you truly break that mold, and you find a hobby, and you find something you're good at, it's nothing like feeling complete, fam. It's nothing like getting up in the morning, doing something you madly in love, and not having some female over you telling you what you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, or having the court say you better pay the child support, work these mad hours. Like, it's nothing like getting up, doing the things you love. Gardening, like I'm go back to I'm gonna go back to you know stay free me tell you crazy. What I do is stream today, too tired. But I'm gonna go back to living clean, mental, gardening, tennis, good hobbies that don't cost much. True, you can garden if you got a gardening. You can tennis if you love to play tennis. You can, I mean, golf is mad expensive, depends on where you go. But like, you can golf. I mean, like I said before, there's tons of fucking hobbies. There's tons of hobbies out there. There's tons of hobbies out there that you thoroughly can enjoy. And I think a lot of the times we get so caught up in this red pill rage and women and shit like that. It's like, yo, it's like we got to move past that point. And to me, don't mind, I don't want to give me. I don't mind discussing that stuff because I think that it's important. We always be with female hypergamy, all the society expectations. Society always, treating men like we're always like the enemies. Like, cool. But I think that, to me, I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm growing up and maturing. And this is what I'm talking about when you get older, the beauty of getting older. I'm talking about finding a hobby when you're older. And this is something profound. This is a deep, profound statement, and you guys can live with it. But it's a deep, profound statement. It was a statement from Dalai Lama, and he was it was a deep ass quote. He was talking about it's better to find success when you're older than when you're younger. And let me elaborate by that quote. To me, I turned 29 this year. I'm getting older. When you're getting older, like I finally found my footing. I finally found out what I want to do in my life, and that's write comic books. But I started getting into comic books 23, 24. I was okay creator. I was a shit writer when I first started. My writing was kind of terrible because I didn't take it seriously. It was just one of those things. When I got 25, when I said what 20, when I got 25, 26, 27, 28. When I got around those ages, my my creative process, my writing got so much better because, one, I was able to focus, and two, I'm getting older. And then, as you know, when a man gets older, I'd rather have found success when I'm older than when I'm younger. Why? Because I will not make the same mistakes. If I start writing comic books at the age of 21 years old, I'll be young as fuck, but who knows? I'll still probably be chasing women. I still be trying to see female validation, and I wouldn't be proud. I'm pretty sure if I was writing comic books at the age of 21, I would be doing it for female. I would probably at the time. I'll probably be writing doing it for female attention, get female validation, trying to get a girlfriend, wife, and kid, and doing what society tells me doing. I would probably be living a miserable life. And that's what I'm talking about. When you find a hobby, find something that you just find. When you find a hobby, something you thoroughly love, and you thoroughly enjoy. The beauty of that is, finding a hobby is like, it's beautiful, man. And a lot of times, guys, this is why I hate when guys say, man, I can't do. I'm scared to die alone, fam. We are gonna die alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm scared to die alone. I'm scared to be alone. I don't want to be by myself. It's like, yo, being by yourself is the best way to find your hobby, to find your foot, and to find your purpose in life. And I'm go back to one of my streams said before about find your purpose. Know your purpose. Know your purpose in life, man. Like, your job is not to make this woman happy. Your job is not to motherfucking sit there and take care of a grown ass adult. Grown as adult. It's not like she is an adult. She makes her own decisions. It's not your job to take care of her. And the problem with society nowadays is consequent with society nowadays. society constantly always telling men that we need to take care of these women, we need to do this, we need to do this and that. And it's like what you end up really doing is when you fall for that type of mindset or that type of logical fucked way of thinking, what it creates a dialogue, it creates a social, it creates a social, it creates a social dynamic that should not be there, and that's you living life for her and the state, and basically your job is not to make your job is not to live life for you, but to live life for you, her, and the kids and the family. And then you live then you die, then you live a miserable life because your happiness is based on this girlfriend. Going back to my old streams of the streams I just did, tradition. It's like society's constantly always telling you about doing this is what it is to be a man, to sacrifice your life, sacrifice your happiness just so you can take care of a grown ass infant, a grown ass adult who can make her own logical decisions, have kids, but bastard kids who fucking hate you in the fucking long run. And that's why I say fuck tradition. Because what you end up doing is when you fucking do all this crazy shit, you get so caught up in making her happy. The things that made you who you different before you ever met that woman. You was bowling, you was going to movies, you was writing comic books, you was reading comic books, you was playing video games, whatever your fucking hobby is, whether it's, you like to hunt, whatever your hobby, whether it's gardening, whether it's tennis, whether it's playing basketball, baseball, football, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your hobbies are, whether your passion is, whether it's a career goal, whether it's not a career goal, is that finding a hobby is a good thing. And for me, I don't want ever mentals to feel like, oh, you saying so we should move past the pain. No, I think that you never forget what you experienced. And like I said, shout out to Armchair Revolution, shout out to Misguided MGTOW, shout out to Rick Providence, shout out to SFM. Like shout out to you guys for joining the stream. Last stream I just did a couple hours ago. But it's like overall, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get to a point in your life, man, you get older, man. Like the older I get, like I'm not gonna dox myself, but like hair all over my damn face and shit, and me getting older and shit, my body's kind of slowing down. I'm trying to lose the weight. Like one of my goals this year is like to lose 50 pounds. So I'm trying to cut back on my soda intake. I'm trying to diet a lot more next month. I'm planning to buy me a bike. I'm trying to get healthy and shit. I'm trying to lose 2 inches off my waist and shit so I can fucking feel healthy again. Cause I fucking hate fucking feeling out of shape. I feel I'm really out of shape and shit like that. But I'm not gonna fucking show my face on camera, not to dox myself. But like overall, like I'm saying is like, I mean, for me as men, we gotta find a hobby, find something we're passionate about. And even for you mentals, I don't know why you want to do this shit, but even for you mentals that want to go back, I don't know why you want to, but even if you want to go back, find a fucking hobby that you're fucking passionate about. And for you blue pill guys out there that want to get married and get in relationships like that, fucking find a hobby, fam. And don't think just because you got a girlfriend that's your job, that it's your job to constantly make her fucking happy, fam. You gotta do what you gotta do for you. And sometimes when I keep trying to tell this guys, being selfish is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. Like I said before, it's like if I see a homeless person in the street and they're really homeless, I don't mind donating $1. I don't mind helping out people. I don't mind doing, good deeds for people, because I feel like you do good deeds, a lot of good blessings come your way. But when you find a hobby, fam, like you gotta find a hobby, man. And I know sometimes it's hard to find a hobby nowadays because bitches take this shit over, because the hobbies, like you got the NBA, we used to have the NBA, bitches took that shit over. We used to have the NFL, bitches took that shit over. Video games, women took that shit over. So it's hard. Comic books nowadays, women fucking, you got bitches talking about it in the comic books, but years ago when a nigga used to read a comic book, they used to talk about, nigga, you corny as fuck because you're reading a comic book. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to fucking have a medium without bitches trying to invade that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand it's frustrating, but sometimes you gotta work past that shit, man. Because the hardest part is bitches always want to invade shit, man. But this is why I love MGTOW, because even though you got the angry bitch towel. I ain't call that motherfucker angry. I call him angry bitch towel. For him, it's like, these people, man, they piss me off with this shit. It's like, they're allowing these women into MGTOW, and it's like they don't understand is that MGTOW is a male discussion. And the reason why I joined MGTOW, the reason why I'm part of this brotherhood, is because It's not that racist bullshit where you got white MGTOW saying, "Yo, this is only for white MGTOWs and black MGTOWs." Like no, like MGTOWs for everybody of all men of all colors of different races, and we can come together and share the same values, share the same stories, and have the same different same stories that we're related to. And the thing is, when you're finding a hobby, man, is that it's hard not to get frustrating. Because I'm a dude, and to me, in general, to me, I hate how bitches nowadays want to fucking invade comic books nowadays. It ain't just not just that. It's just social justice warriors. Like it's like my hobby. I love reading comic books. But to me, I have a hard time reading comic books nowadays because you got social justice warriors out here to tell me these fucking third wave feminists and the PC culture, these social warriors coming into comic books talking about we need more diversity, and they fucking up the one genre I fucking love. So I get mad and extremely upset that these people nowadays they don't know it take every medium that a man has nowadays, and the bitch is always into that shit. And that's why I love MGTOW, because we don't allow women to be part of the discussion. I think that what pisses me off with the society nowadays is that society nowadays is everything nowadays is mostly about you know like everything nowadays is it's everything nowadays is mostly about for the bitch. So it's like when you find a hobby you love and then you got bitches taking that shit over, like that shit is mad frustrating, fam. And like to me, but even though it's mad frustrating and I hate that these females keep they're taking the comic book industry and running that shit into the ground. All these safe space crying liberal ass bitches talking about we need more diversity, and they fucking up the one genre I love, and that's comic book movies in general, without some damn agenda behind the bullshit. It's like I love comic book movies, man, but it's hard not to fucking get upset when you're trying to find a hobby you thoroughly enjoy. It had only to have that shit destroyed by some lobby safe space crying ass bitches because they can't cause they mad they're not no black characters in a certain movie, whatever. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And I hate that shit because it's like, yo, when you find a hobby, dude, it's like for me, I love comic books. I love it. This is my genre. This is what I am. I'm a comic book dude. So, for me, it's like my hobby. That's my hobby, dude. But it's like it's hard, dude. And the thing is, and the thing about finding a hobby, man, it's like it's finding a hobby is constantly getting better at it. So that I'm pretty sure I don't know how many guys work on cars in the chat, but like there's guys out there that love auto mechanics, that love working on cars, that love doing man shit. So the question is like, what happens when, you find a hobby you love, but that shit get taken over, what I'm saying, or get destroyed because you can't enjoy it no more. So the thing is, like, when you're finding a hobby, the thing is, you got to understand, you got to ask yourself, how much time and effort you're willing to put into that hobby, because hobbies can become expensive. But like I said before, man, I think that, in MGTOW, one thing I love about, once you get past that anger, once you get past that red pill rage, and you get past that whole moments of, man, fuck these bitches and fuck society, and you get past that point and you start to grow up and mature a little bit, and you get older, you start to think about you truly do start to think about you truly do start to think about um how society nowadays views you as a human being. And to me, it's like, you can shoot at the gun range. I mean, there's a lot of things that we discuss. There's a lot of things that we true. There's a lot of things we truly discuss here. That, the whole idea, like, overall, like, there's a whole bunch of topics that we really can address. Like, I think that, to me, one thing I'm a big fan of, and for me, this is 100% me being honest. I think one thing I really do, I got to give credit to, first of all, me being in MGTOW. I've been MGTOW ever since I was 14 years old. So for me, I'm pretty sure I got the ring on it. But finding a hobby, man, is so cool, because when you find a hobby you love, like, I love comic books, fam. I love creating. I love writing. I love being a creator. And there's nothing like sitting in your room, being on your laptop, coming up with the character, trying to figure an origin out, trying to what drive this person to become a hero. And it's so cool, because it's like you play. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm playing God a lot of times, but it's like you're creating content. It's that creative content. It's kind of growing up as a person. And this topic is so important because I want you guys in the chat, I want you other you fellow up and coming young mentals out there, man. Find a hobby, fam. And that's what I talk about on Mitchell my stream I just did. I just out a couple hours ago. And that shit drove. I've read, man. That I then woo, but it kind of slowed me down. I was sluggish at the end. But tradition, like overall, like it ain't your job, man. You ain't gotta get a girlfriend. You ain't gotta get a wife. You ain't gotta have wife and kid. You ain't gotta have the family, man. And I'm saying is find a hobby, find something you love, fam. Because when you find a hobby you passionate about, whether it's working on cars, whether it's writing comic books, whether it's going to the gun range, whether it's gardening, whatever your hobbies are, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, whatever your hobbies are, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's riding a bike, when you find a hobby you thoroughly love and enjoy, it's a good it's a good hobby. It's a good hobby to have, man. Like overall, like like it's like like even to me, I'm going yeah, it's cool. Like it's a good thing to have, man. You need overall, man. You need overall you need this is what you need. It's like the whole idea is you need a hobby, something that's going to keep you, something will keep you distracted, something will keep you busy, because dealing with this gangster society, bullshit world, these laws keep getting passed, these women empowerment this, and they constantly take men rights away, and men get fucked over in the family courts and divorce courts. That's type of shit that drive motherfucking insane, to make you get mad, you get upset, you get pissed the fuck off. And it's like there's times where I do my stream dressing news, whatever. I did one of my old streams I did called "Get the Fuck Out of Dodge," where I addressed Oklahoma and adding domestic violence to family courts. Like, and that shit pissed me the fuck off. Like, fam, like I'm getting tired of these laws getting passed. But you know what? I'm getting past that point, and I'm pretty sure you guys got to get past that point too. It's like society don't give a fuck about us, man. And that's what I love about MGTOW. And this channel was about letting guys know it's like fuck society, fam. Fuck what they want from us. Fuck what they expect from us. Like do what you love to do, fam. If that's whatever your hobby is, whatever your passion is, like what I'm saying? Fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you love to do. Because at the end of the day, they don't care about us, man. They don't care about us. The only time they're gonna really care about us is when men start checking out of the system, saying, you know what, I don't want no parts of this shit. So the thing is, what pisses me off the most when it comes to society, what pisses me off the most when it comes to just society in general is like they don't care about our issues. They don't care about our rights. Our rights constantly being taken away. They don't care about what we are as human beings. And that's why I say find a hobby, find something you love, and get the fuck out of Dodge. And to me, you can call me hopeless all you want to, but I thought there is no hope. There's no hope. The future does not get better. So just find something you love. And even if they fucking take that hobby over, just find something, trying to get some fulfillment out of it. Because the thing is, everything a man does, everything men enjoy, bitches gonna take that shit over. Which is, I hate to say that shit, because that shit does fucking bother me, and that shit, I get mad frustrated when I see type of shit like this, where it's like men cannot eat, we cannot have not one thing without bitches taking that shit over. And that shit does get mad frustrating, because you think to yourself, like, man, fam, like, why can't I just have this hobby? Why the shit be taken over by a bunch of by the PC culture, feminists, third wave feminism, fourth wave feminism, and just like it get to a point where your life, you ask yourself, you know what I'm saying, what's the fucking point of living anymore? And I know sometimes it gets to that point. Sometimes, but for me, I ask myself, to me in general, it's like I just give up on being a man a lot of times, because it's like society nowadays don't want you to be a man. It's like the masculinization of men, the pussification of men being so emasculated nowadays. It's like it's hard not to get mad and fucking frustrated with society and saying, like, damn, dude, can we just have one thing? Damn, we had the NFL before bitches took that shit over. We had the NBA before bitches took that shit over. Now you know what I'm saying, we had comic books before fucking feminists came into fucking took their dumbass agenda and put it into these goddamn comic books, into the movies, into the goddamn comics, and now we gotta deal with this shit. It's like, fam, dude, it's like it's hard not to get frustrated. But to me, one thing I'm learning to work through is shit, that even though when bitches gonna try to invade that type of shit, I still try to get some enjoyment out of it. Even though I know I get mad when people try to fucking change the medium that I enjoy, the entertainment I enjoy. And I think the hardest part about being a guy is that when people don't understand about being a man in America, and that's why I say it's so hard to be a man in America. It's like, yo, like, damn if you don't. One moment they want us to be tough and shit. Next moment they don't want to be tough and shit. They want to be emasculated. They want us wearing dresses. They want to do this and that. And it's like that shit fucking frustrate me. It's like, yo, why can't men have the hobbies they enjoy? To me, dude, it's like I hate to see something that men thoroughly enjoy get taken over by a bunch of bitches, bro. Because like MGTOW, there's a bunch of MGTOWs out there. Yes, I'm not gonna say no names, saying angry bitch towel here, angry bitch towel. Fuck you, dude. It's like, allowing women into MGTOW and shit like that. Like, dude, like y'all motherfuckers gotta stop with this shit. Like MGTOW is the only, I'm gonna say space. I say space here. The only community we have where men can actually be fucking men, have an open dialogue and discuss our issues without some bitch coming in and taking that shit. And then like SFM we used to say, motherfucking dudes going there to be full blown simp mode, sipping for the chick because she part of the community and shit like that. The problem I have with this type of mindset is that we get caught up in this bullshit, and what society don't realize, to me, I get so upset when I see men hobbies get taken over. It's like, yo, we have hobbies that we thoroughly enjoy, and we can't enjoy them because you got women trying to invade that shit. And that shit fucking steam me the fuck up, fam, because I get steamed the fuck up. I get steamed up when motherfuckers do that shit, dude. I get literally, dude, like I literally think back to me, dude. For me, like, dude, my problem, like, dude, and it's the problem with society nowadays. It's like everybody, like, society nowadays want to tell you as a man, it's your, you gotta let women join and shit. Like, fuck that shit, man. SFM, what's happening, man?
How's it going?
What's happening, man? So what's your take on topic on find a hobby, man?
On a hobby? Oh, it's pretty easy.
Yeah,
Just find some shit you like doing.
yeah. So, like, I mean, like, how you feel about, when when men have hobbies that we enjoy, and then bitches take that shit over, and it just ruin it for everybody, ruin it for everybody else,
Well, that's always gonna happen. It's just like when you talk about the male spaces and the reason why we've basically been ran to the goddamn internet.
Yeah.
Because women invade everything. And the thing is, see, they're like over on MU's thing, he was talking about bitches in tech and the baby mamas and shit. And I'm like, well, number one, you got to remember when women go into certain things, see, a lot of people still are under this misconception because they see something like old career holes.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, she wanted to do that. She chose. I'm like, not really. See, Paul Proteus, he in his video Hypergamy Floats, he basically he explained it best that they're literally pricing themselves out the market because, and especially with their age, the guy they're after, he don't want that bitch.
Yep.
And so yeah, the thing is they get there and that really is what they're after. They're trying to find that guy who fits like what her basically is better and above her. You know what I mean? So she's making 50 and you're making 50. She's like, well, get the fuck on because I'm still worth more than you.
Yep.
And so she's gonna want the guy who's making at least right on 80 or 90 higher.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the problem. That's the problem I have because I read comic books and do like you know how many times I get so fucking sick and tired of these, especially black people bitch about we need more diversity in comic books. Then once you get up off your lazy ass and create a character, then instead of asking the company to create a goddamn character for you, like. I understand from a black person's perspective, like you want people to look just like you and everything, but this inclusion thing, oh, we got to have diversity for diversity's sake. Is
my thing is that the people need to stop that shit. Here's the thing. So if let's say tomorrow I started writing short stories, and then people are like, well, you didn't put this in there, you didn't put that in there. I'm gonna say this. Well, hey, shut the fuck up. I don't have to.
Yeah, man.
I wrote the shit how this is how I see it. This is how I felt like.
Yeah.
Letting it play out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And go ahead.
And that shit pisses me off because I get so fucking mad. Like, I'm a creator myself. I create characters, fam. Like, instead of me bitching about the damn problem, I actually do something. I'm actually contributing to society for the shit by creating characters and writing and shit like that. So I'm actually helping. I'm actually helping us. I'm actually helping the problem here. I'm actually trying to figure the solution to the damn problem. But like, I hear feminists. I hear women talk about bitch about where there's not enough female characters in comics. Well, get up off your fat ass and create a goddamn character for you. Then it's like,
well, here's the thing: those bitches don't even buy the comics.
Yeah, and it's Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the shit. That's the shit that pisses me off. And you got Marvel, you got comic book companies placating to these safe space bitches, and then you got bitches on motherfuckers on Tumblr talking about we need more diversity in comic books, and these assholes don't buy the comic books. And next thing you know, your company, what you $2 million, you losing more money than fucking making it because you placating to a bunch of assholes who don't read the fucking source material in the first place. And it's like instead of you trying to make comic books dedicated to the people that buy your shit, which is I don't buy a Marvel comic book in the wall. I buy most of DC because Marvel comic books are shit nowadays. I can't stand that diversity bullshit they keep doing that I fucking throw. It's like with DC, it's like aliens know the fuck they doing, fam. It's like the problem I have with these comic book companies, man, and it goes back to my hobby in general, is that I thoroughly enjoy comic books, dude. I love comic book movies. Comic books, my room is nothing but full of comic book shit, posters, anime, all kinds of shit. I'm the geekiest dude you will ever fucking know. I talk MGTOW shit, a lot of MGTOW shit. You give me my comic book shit, dude, I can discuss this shit for hours.
I heard some of that yesterday. All right, no, we ain't getting back to that.
Yeah.
I don't know all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my younger brother's trying to hit me up with that shit. I'm like, dog, I don't know. I don't know this. I ain't know that. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's like overall, like that, I can fucking spend hours talking about comic books, dude, because that's my fucking shit. I love it, and that's why when I fucking see when a movie come out and it's like these fucking feminists took Wonder Woman, ran with that shit. I feel love Wonder Woman as a character. I fucking hate her. She's a fucking feminist icon, but I can know all that fact and just treat it as a fucking fictional character. But the thing is, when they did that whole that woman on screening thing at the Alamo Draft House thing, that shit thoroughly pissed me the fuck off. Like, come on, fam. I'm like, y'all took the one thing. Y'all fighting for equality here, but you going against the very same thing.
It's not what they're fighting for.
Yeah, it's not. And it's like
here's the thing. So it's real easy because a lot of guys have explained exactly what's going on a lot before. And some of the anti-feminists get it right when they talk about these like creators and companies and shit giving in to the bullshit. Because once you give in once, you're fucked. Because you're gonna keep giving in and giving in and giving in and giving in. So now it doesn't even look like anything of what you wanted it to in the first place.
Yeah.
My thing is the whole with the Wonder Woman thing. Well, number one, I'm not gonna watch that movie at all. No, I'm not gonna sit there and do that to berate it, none of that shit. Because it seems like a fucking waste of time. Because I already see how it's gonna go. And the thing is, well, when you do that, you're basically destroying what it was that drew people to it in the first place. See, I remember it was Howard Dare. And I always bring up this reference because I forgot which video it was, where he said, like, you got to remember, and when you look at the superheroes, you got these strong males doing what men do, like saving everybody, keeping shit right, understand the morals, justice, all this other shit. And you see a lot of young men, they gravitate towards that, like, yeah, that's a good example of how you should be, your mentality and all that, And then they take that and say, well, no, actually, there needs to be a lot more. Yeah, it's like, who's echoing?
MGTOW Universe was happening, man.
He about to kick my ass. I told him I was gonna take a nap.
Hey guys.
But I was sitting here, I was laid back, and you know how you try to go to sleep? It's the middle of the day, and you don't normally go to sleep in the middle of the day. I've had that problem all my life. Like I'll be like, it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me try laying down. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. I tried. Like literally, I swear to God, I turned my AC on. I fell back. I'm just sitting there, and I had both of y'all shit going at the same time. And I'm just sitting here like, no, go to sleep. And I laid on my headset. And that's when I was like, shit. Let me get the fuck up. What am I doing? I was telling Trav, I ain't even gonna do a stream today, man. I'm done with this shit. I'm tired. I just ain't gonna do shit. And I don't know. I said that I did that whole bit before, and like even who was it? I think it was Miss Guy that was like lies. Like I'm not trying to lie. It's like I'm trying to get some rest, but I don't know how to rest. I'm not good at it. But no, the hijacking of anything basically in turn towards the benefit of women and gynocentrism. Well, the things is, like a lot of people talk about when it comes down to like the comic book industry. I know y'all posted an article. Adam West is dead? Damn. Yeah, Adam West is dead.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
When was this?
He died at 88.
Fuck, man. I love them. The
Yeah.
West Batman, man.
He had leukemia.
Fuck, damn it, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I shared the article into the thing.
I'm reading it now.
Yeah, so he's gone. That sucks. I mean, he did make it to 88. I'm not to sound fucked up, but he made it to 88. Like that's
I did not know he had leukemia though. They didn't. I didn't know he had leukemia though.
I mean, Stan Lee is like 93.
God damn, really?
Yeah.
He gonna be at Dragon Con this year. I want to see. I want to try to meet him. He gonna be at Dragon Con this year in Atlanta.
You know how hard it's gonna be for you to actually get meet to him, like get to him.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to get to him though. I'll try to get to him before he passed.
What's up, fellas?
Huh?
I love you. I love your last stream you did at the Tech Universe of Fellas in Tech.
Yeah.
Y'all started going over my head, man. I don't know all that shit.
You knew enough to know about Professor Messer and Eli, the computer guy.
Well, yeah, because when I was going for my A+, I told you, man, I was mad as fuck. And for anybody who, like, if you are going, like, you're thinking about the certs and shit like that, do not go looking for any of those online schools or any of that shit. They have scammed the fuck out of you. Yeah. It is a complete scam and a ripoff. Because my thing is, after I did their shit, like their shit was garbage. It didn't even really prepare me. So that's when I started. I had the books. They was like, buy the books from us for $147. I was like, all right, I'll go to eBay and get it for $50.
They got you.
So I would just go through there and I would do watch the Professor Mess. Like I still get on my email. I still get alerts for the Professor Mess streams because right now I'm still studying my Network Plus. Well, sort of study-ishing, and you know, like that shit. You really like some people, like I was saying before, they if you look, because there are certain programs that are legit. Because the guy I was telling you about, the dude who's it was the cable dude who came over because some asshole put a filter on my line and didn't need to be there, so it was fucking my shit up.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was like, he was another black dude, and we were talking, and because he saw my my study stuff and all my notes and everything around, and he was like, "Oh, you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Actually, did I pass it at that point, or was I? No, I had passed it already then." And he was telling about this other shit, and I'm like, "Yeah." And we're talking about the Network Plus and everything, and he was saying like, you know, because he I forgot what all he's certified in, because he's basically sick of that. She's like, "I'm not gonna just stay here. No, fuck that shit. There's other shit to do." And he was saying, tell the other black dudes, and they just like they ain't hearing it. They're not listening. Like they don't get it.
They don't want to work for it. That's why.
But my thing is, it's not even that fucking difficult.
I know, but they don't. They just don't want to put in the time.
It's hard. It's called hard work. They don't want to do that shit.
Well, it's not even hard work because I mean, I tell you what, if you get your CCNA, your Cisco CCNA, I'm telling you, there's so much money. So much money, and it only takes, I want to say, a month at the very most. At the very most, you can get a job that pays like $55,000 if you have your CCNA certification.
It's not bad though. That's not bad for
some of those niggas don't got like a whole day during the week and shit like that.
It's not difficult. I mean, like, and that kind of reminds me because I need to finish my A+, and I've been kind of stalling on that. So.
It's the A+. I would definitely go to Professor Messer because when they updated it to the 902s,
yep.
Well, the 900s, basically, it changed a little bit. They put more mobile shit in there, and more for the OS X, like the iOS and OS X.
Because I took out I bought some books from Amazon, and the certification for that was the previous one. So. My thing is, would it be worth going for all that, or would it just be worth like just purchasing?
Check this out. Okay, so if you go on certcollection.com, I believe it's .com or .org, one of them. They have all the certification stuff there. Everything from the 901, the 902, A+. They have the Network Plus. They have the CCNA, CCNP, all of that shit. You ain't got to buy nothing at all. certcollection.com.
Okay.
You have to pirate that shit, but it's a resource.
So like, look, going back to what you guys talking about, that's what I'm saying. It goes back to topic, find the hobby. Like I feel like the guys who make excuses like that, because I see a lot of guys who get out of jail. Because I have a friend who just spent 8 years in prison for like a petty drug charge, I think, like whatever for a gun, whatever. And he was because I was telling him, I was like, dude, he was like, man, you know, I'm a felon, man. I got it bad. I'm like, dude, like there's other shit to do here. And that's why I came up with. I was discussing this topic on my channel called Find a Hobby. Like, dude, it's like I tell you the problem. I think a lot of these guys who have that whole I can't do it mentality, or they want to give up so quick because it's like, for me, they too busy chasing tail. But when it comes to chasing that, they so persistent about that shit. But when it comes to like hard work, focus on themselves, they want to give up on that shit. Because like that's one thing I noticed about a bunch of, because when I was blue pill, when I was blue pill, I ain't gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. I was so dedicated to chasing ass. But when I finally woke the fuck up and like, what the fuck am I doing? I spent a lot of more time. I'll talk about how I taught myself how to write comic books. When I started writing comic books. First, I writing comic books at 21 years old. I started writing comic books 23, 24 years old, and I spent a lot of that time chasing females. Am I right in the beginning? That shit was ass, fam. My storytelling was fucking terrible, dude. You know how many fucking rough drafts and storylines I threw a fuck away because I was like, man, this shit is terrible. What the fuck am I doing? And then when I finally woke the fuck up and became with MGTOW, fam, I was like, I should have been this shit all goddamn long. And my fucking got better. And I self-taught myself. I watched the video. Nobody taught me. I self-taught myself how to fucking write, and I know story structure and shit. And that's what I'm talking about with finding a hobby, fam. It's like chasing females, dude. That shit was fucking.
Yeah, one of the things a lot of guys forget is see, like that when I was studying for A+. The thing is, there are some parts that were too boring for me. They got boring. I'm like, I'm not interested in this. But the parts that I was extremely interested in, it's almost like you couldn't distract me from reading this shit. Yeah. There's no way in hell, nothing in the world was gonna stop me from reading that.
No filter.
I was gonna go back and reread that shit again.
Good.
No filter. You ever been locked up? Okay,
I don't know why there was a little bit.
So let me tell you, as a convicted felon, when you get out of jail or when you get out of prison, you have no hope. Like all that white picket fence and living the life that you want, that people want you to live, all that shit is gone, and you're left with dirt.
I understand from that perspective. It's like, especially if you come from the hood and you right. Single mom, I understand from that perspective. But I'm saying, like, dude, it's like, let me tell you something, man. I have a speech impediment. I've been special ed from the 4th grade to 12th grade. I had a bad traumatic experiences. I'm pretty sure SFM, MGTOW Universe, when it's like, y'all gonna heard my story about the chick, about the 14 years old, almost being charged as a damn adult. The police officers wanted to arrest me. The fucking brother and dad wanted to fucking fight me. I think streamed out last night tradition, and I was talking. Me and Aunt Che was talking about the same experience. He had the same experience about getting into it with a chick. And they was about to charge us as an adult. And I remember being 14 years old, fam. Like, I'm literally about to go to fucking jail, fam. Age of 14, be charged as a damn adult for hitting a chick because her bitch ass fucking father and bitch ass simp brother and the bitch of a goddamn mom and the principal and the 2 officers wanted to call me a piece of shit for defending myself, even though she started that shit. So it's like, I understand it's that hard, fam. And I have had a hard life in school, and then I became a fucking victim of the school society. So became a victim of that shit. But I was talking about like I learned one thing: the older you get, I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to that shit. The older you get, the more mature you become. So I learned. Yeah. I'm starting to find a silver lining to everything. I understand. Like, I didn't know you was a felon into the universe. I hate you went through that bullshit, but But like,
I'm not your typical felon.
Yeah,
like you're roughneck.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, a lot of people use, like, it's like when I see niggas in the hood talking about the white man, and these niggas ain't got no fucking felonies, man. The white man getting us a job,
right?
Like, dude, create fucking opportunity for your damn self. I got tired. I was one of those people before I started becoming a creator. I used to bitch about black comic book characters. Well, we don't know black comic book characters. And in 23, 24, I started creating a couple characters. They were shit at first. And then this one of my blue pill days. And then I got better when I took that red. When I finally woke the fuck up, I don't say red. When I woke up and became with full mentality, I started becoming a better creator, a better writer, and stop complaining about shit. And now I fucking write characters, and now I fucking write issues, and I create characters. And you know what? I don't fucking bitch about the damn problem. I'm actually trying to help. I'm trying to actually fucking fix the damn problem. And I feel like these people, the problem I have with these people, and I have always said this about black men. I hate to make about race. I like talking about race on my channel. When it comes to black men, when it comes to chasing pussy, these dudes are fucking dedicated to that shit. When it comes to fucking building on yourself, this what's topic is called Find a Hobby. It's like these motherfuckers dedicated to chasing ass. You can just, I used to go to this gym. I'm not gonna say what gym was, I dox myself. And all I heard was, I hear men, grown ass men in their 30s, 40s, even young cats like 27 years old, whatever, talking about, man, I was fucking this bad bitch last night. But if you ask them about like, okay, like besides you chasing tail, man, what are you working on to better yourself? You personally was mentally, physically, if you believe God, if you don't believe in God. And it was like, man, fuck all that shit. Now they can talk about how much ass they get. Niggas dedicated to getting ass because it's fucking, that's easy as fuck to do, fam. But sitting there, like you said, like staying free mental universe, I applaud you guys for being in tech, because like that's a fucking field. I suck at fucking math. I can count money and shit like that. But it's like my school system. I was a victim to the school system, so that shit destroyed me. But if I dedicate, I talked about like this is actually true. Before I wanted to become a comic book writer, I wanted to go to the DeVry. I wanted to go to the DeVry when I was like 14 years old. One of my goals was to go to the DeVry, and I started making bad grades. And I said, "Fuck that shit," because a long time ago my grades were real bad. Like my senior year was like a living fucking hell for me. And it was like, damn, dude, if I had that fucking concentration I had now and the focus I had now, because I was even focused on chasing girls back in then when I was 14 years old. I'm pretty sure we all was at the time, but like, damn, dude, if I had that brain capacity, I wish I had the brain capacity to be an IT dude. Like, I probably say I do, but it's just the fact it's so much to go into it. But I don't mind putting the time and effort into it, though.
First and foremost, okay. To get into IT, you don't have to be into math. You just have to know like basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, some fractions, and that's about it. Now, if you want to get into game development, yeah, you may need to know a little trig and calculus, because you're dealing with graphics and shit like that. But I know for me, when I got out, my frame of thought was, there's no point to me in continuing with this IT shit because I'm not going to get a job anyways. And that was also my hobby. So I was like, fuck it. I kept learning, but it was like, I'm never going to get a job. And it took a long time to get out of that. And I never sold drugs a day in my life or had a gun or any of that other shit. But it's just like, because you grew up around men that they also convicted felons. They also have records. They ain't doing shit with their life. So why would you think that you're an exception? And you look on TV, they ain't got shit good to say about the black man anyways. So that's why I felt that it was important to make that hangout like, hey man, before you go back to doing the trap, or dedicate your life to a hobby, make that, even if it's not tech, just make it legal and do something that make you happy and stay out the damn trap.
And that's what I'm trying to say. For me, this topic is not just related to me, but it's this topic really dedicated to black men. Fellas, get the fuck out of that chasing pussy mindset. That shit will fucking destroy you, fam. Like, I think back to when I was talking about first I writing comic books. I was fucking terrible. I admit to my writing, it was terrible, fam. I would create characters and I won't focus on the back, so I just create the character and just this dope character name, whatever. And I'm like, when I got better, and I was like, when I finally let this shit go and I stopped saying, you know what, fuck female validation, fuck women, and fuck all this other stupid shit, I'm gonna go my own goddamn way. And when I came across MGTOW, bro, I keep saying this shit, and I'm pretty sure a lot of MGTOWs can concur what I'm saying. MGTOW saved my fucking life, fam. Not just saved me personally, saved me from the frustration and all the bullshit I was dealing with females and the past shit I was dealing with when I was a teenager, and fucking almost being charged as a dope, being thrown in jail and shit for hitting the chick and her fucking. That's just what still pisses me the fuck off to this day. And it's like that shit to me in general. And then when I finally woke up and became MGTOW, bro, I'm like, man, I'm what the fuck was I on, man? And that's why when I look back to my younger self, I built a time machine. I just punched my 23-year-old self in the face. Say, fam, what the fuck are you doing, fam? Why the fuck are you putting up with this shit, man?
Would your 23-year-old self listen to the older version of you? Because I know my 23-year-old self would never listen to my 33-year-old self.
I think to me, that is a good question. I think if you built a time machine, you really could just like reset it all and say, you know what, dude, change the way you're thinking. I don't know. I think because you're 23 years old, you're still young, still trying to figure
Right.
it out, whatever.
Right.
I feel like because the thing, I think he will listen though. Because like when I was like 14 years old, and I was like, I realized my last girlfriend I was 14 years old, and this was like this had also happened on the time period when the chick was I was about to be charged as a dope and literally go to jail for hitting the chick. And that's when I knew when I talk about when the chick going, I had to fucking apologize to that chick. Really, when I did in reality, I didn't mean that apology. I just apologized to put that shit behind me because I do going to jail, being a 14-year-old, and you going to jail for hitting a chick. And like I remember, I talk about like I think he would listen because at the age of 14, I knew dating was bullshit back in the day. And it's like my problem is that I was always touching this, and I said this. It was a conversation I was saying before to my younger self. I was thinking to myself like, okay, cool, man. And I knew 9 times out of 10 it was gangsters back in the day, and I knew it was bullshit. I never told you to forget it. And I told Armchair this shit yesterday in the stream I did called Tradition. I told him, I said, you know what? I told my dad that day I got suspended for those 20 days. I told my dad, I said, Dad, I ain't never fucking dating, bro. Fuck that shit. And I knew because the principal was down citric, the fucking police officers was, the mom, the brother, the mom, the brother, the dad, the mother, the cops, the principal, they was all on me talking about I'm a piece of shit for hitting this girl, even when she started this shit. And I knew not that it was bullshit from the back in the day. And if I knew that shit was bullshit back in the day, I probably would wake up. But I think because I was so caught up in that female validation bullshit, I probably wouldn't listen. And this is what I talk about. To me, I rather find success older than when I'm younger. Because it's like when you young as fuck, you still feel like you can take on the world. It's like when most men get married, like most guys get married, like, oh, I found the one. And then 2 years or a year into the marriage, and then like, and the bitch like, nah, motherfucker, I got your ass now. She divorced your ass, puts slap no fault divorce, and you get to the cleaners and shit because you thought you know about the one, and then you find out the bitch true motive. So it's like my thing has always been, it's like, fam, like for me, I know a lot of guys hate getting older though, but I like getting older, fam, because I'm more wiser now. I'm more mature. I take learning situations and I don't make the same mistake twice. I'm one of those type of person where I make one mistake, one mistake, I will never make the same mistake twice. So for me, it's like I have always told myself, you know what? I know it's hard for me because, like, for me, trust me, dude, I'm not a felon. I've never been in jail or anything. But like overall, like I know I sometimes I feel like there's no hope a lot of times. But to me, one thing I'm learning is the fact that there's a silver lining to everything, man. You gotta think positive a lot of things.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
have to, because like I know for me, when I hear so many guys say, man, the hood is fucked up, it's like I talk about the mentality. Now I never understood this mentality because I kind of grew up in a middle class neighborhood, but it was kind of hood, but you can't really call it the hood because I didn't see gangs, murders, none of that shit. Because my parents shielded me and my sister from a lot of that shit. But it was like when I see so many niggas all good in the hood, bro, man, you ain't a real nigga. Like, yo, man, fuck you with that ignorant nigga mindset, bro. I hate that fucking mindset, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ignorant as fuck. It's ignorant as fuck, fam. It's like that's what I talk about when you see so many dudes. Like I'm into comic books, like you know, like I'm not gonna say apartment complex. I just stay in like a luxury place. I stay in like this apartment complex. I'm not gonna say it when then I dox myself. But like the dudes, like these dudes, all I see dudes is smoke weed and talk about how many bitches they get, bro. Every day while I'm walking. That's all I see. And it's like, to me, I don't want to ever be that dude, bro. Like my whole purpose in life is to fucking fuck a bitch. Thrusting in the chick. That's all you really fucking doing. And that's why this topic, find a hobby, is so fucking important. Because literally I'm fucking tired of this stupid ass one track mindset. Man, I'm getting bitches, bro. It ain't fucking like, long as you got the means and resources to get these bitches, that's all that fucking matters, bro. That's why I fucking hate these PUAs and these dumbass idiots. You know, what is it? These dumbass idiots with this dumbass mindset, like, man, you gotta have game, you know, a mean mouthpiece. Man, fuck that shit. It's about motherfucking me. It's about money, dude. As long as you got the fucking means and resources that these bitches want, that's it. Like, it's not, you ain't special, fam. You ain't fucking Michael Jordan blind from the free throw line, fam. You ain't hitting the game winning shot. You just fucking a bitch. That's all the fuck you doing. It don't take skill, fam. You know what take fucking real skill, fam? Like what MGTOW Universe and SFM and all these MGTOWs in the stream are doing. Like we going out here focus on ourselves, building ourselves up, whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, whether you're a monk, not a monk, you choose not to have sex, or you do have sex. Like me working on my comic books, me creating characters, that's actually focused on me bettering myself as a human being. Yes, it may be doing for some financial reasons, but overall, like I'm focusing on me. And that's the purpose of this topic. Is like I'm tired of fucking dudes thinking that getting pussy is the fucking end, like it's the fucking end goal of life. Like you ain't doing shit, fam. Like fuck that shit. That's a in way of thinking. Look at that shit.
Do you think men in the hood do that because when I look at like when I was talking about what was that other one? The hangout I did before the one I just did, and I was like, well, if you're a little boy in the hood, like what do you see as positive role models? First of all, chances are good your father is not even in the house. You see LeBron, you see Jordan. If you're old enough, you see Drake, you see Chris Brown, you see all these entertainers. So like, okay, I'm going to strive to do that. And you also see these rappers that talking about slinging drugs and all this other shit. So I'm not making excuses for the hood, but I'm like, what do little boys have to aspire to besides being dope boys and entertainers?
I understand where you're coming from with that, but I'm saying like, dude, there's tons. There's like, I mean, there was Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's an intellectual. Yeah, I said Neil deGrasse Tyson. You have Thurgood Marshall. He's a good prime example of like his. I mean, that's historic lesson wise. But I'm saying like to me, I talk about when I was younger. I was 21 years old. All I cared about to me is I used to look up to rappers, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was one of those guys, young whippersnapper, 21 years old. I used to see Drake flaunt the damn Rolling and shit like that. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, I wanted to rap when I was 21 years old, and none of them fucking 28 years old. I see how fucking, don't get me wrong, I love hip hop, fam. Hip hop is my favorite genre, even though it's a lot of bullshit these rappers be on nowadays. I can just ignore that fact and just try to just turn my fucking ears off to that simple shit that they be doing this shit. But it's like, to me, I agree with you saying it's a mental universe. It's like, yeah, these kids don't have that. But that's what I'm trying to say. Instead of looking up to you rappers, you become your own role model. I look at my dad. My dad was a construction worker. You know, I always look to my dad as my dad was my superhero to me. I grew up with my father. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly. You're off the bat, you're rare. Off the bat, you're an exception.
Yeah. So
that's
like,
sad.
yeah. Like for me, like my dad was my superhero to me. My dad was a construction worker. He built shit. I remember my house, my old child house, it was a 3-bedroom house. My dad added an extra bedroom onto the house, fam, built it from the ground up. And I saw that shit, admired that shit. I remember helping him lay down concrete like that. He was like, I was like what 5 or 8 years old at the time. And I'm sitting there, he had me a little fucking pad to fucking lay the concrete flat out the whole thing to make sure it's solid all the way around. Make the floor real smooth, and my dad built that shit from ground up, and I was proud as fuck helping my dad build that room. He was like, yeah, I was like, seeing my dad build shit, I was like, yo, this is what I want to be in life. I want to be that type of man where I be able to build shit and I can be relied on. You know what I'm saying? My dad had me cutting grass, changing tires at 8 and cutting grass at 10 and shit like that. Like, fam, like I grew up with my father, so for me, I'm a rare exception out of all most people, but still, like, what pisses me off with this mentality is like that rapper mindset. Like I talk about, look, I love sports like everybody else is, but I hate that whole you see the NBA player. And I think I say 80% of the time, 80% it's an 80% chance a black man will make it as an entertainer. That's it, 80% chance. The other 20% is probably a doctor, lawyer, and that's what I talk about when I see like it's very few like 'cause I have a male doctor. I'm not gonna say his name, but I have a doctor. He's from Africa. And like he's from another country and shit. And I talked to him. I said, man, it feels good to see. I know you from another country and all. It feels good to see another black man in America that's not, that's not a rapper or actor or whatever. It feels good to actually have somebody besides role models. And that's what I'm saying. Instead of you trying to look to somebody else to become a role model, you become your own role model and you set the example. And that's how I look at this shit. But people different though,
That's true, because for people in the hood, it's gonna be a hard sell when it's like, why would I think that when everyone I know they ain't shit either?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get out, and that's what I'm talking about.
It is a mentality, but it's a hard mentality to get out of when you've been around that your entire life.
I think what J. Cole, I think J. Cole said. I was listening to J. Cole. Well, J. Cole's I think he could. I think because I see J. Cole in August and in Atlanta when he comes to Atlanta, August 11th, I think. And I was at one of his concerts 2015. He was talking about like it was I think 03 Adolescence off his last his old albums 2014 Forest to Drive. He was talking about like the mentality. He was talking to the audience. He's like, I think he was 30 at the time. I think he's 32 years old now. And he was saying, he was like, when you come from a small city, like when you come from a small city, like most people do, when you come from a small city that most people do, what you end up really doing is that what you call it's that small town mentality. You just give up on shit because it's like if you see motherfuckers, you see crackheads down on the corner, you're like, well, I ain't gonna be shit. So it's like, well, fuck that shit. So it's like whatever. And he was telling me he was talking to the audience, the men and women, was like, if you come from the hood, get the fuck out of that mindset, fam. You can get out of any situation you want to get to. You gotta change that mentality, fam. He says, I know it's hard not to fucking give up. He said some deep shit. He was like, it's hard not to fucking give up on life, especially when you see fucking the niggas, not the niggas you go around with, the people you go around with in the hood. You see your homeboys, you see your mama Section 8 welfare. You see on food stamps and shit like that, rats and roaches and shit like that, and you don't know your next meal coming from, and you're looking in the refrigerator, no food and shit. It's like you gotta shake that mentality, fam, and just start aspire to be better yourself. Like you be your own superhero. Because looking towards an entertainer, you said some real shit. It's like looking towards entertainers to be your role model is not the best example because they want million. What they did with J. Cole and making it out of Charlotte, North Carolina was 1 in a million. What Drake did in Toronto, 1 in a million. It's like you ain't gonna make that. Everybody's not gonna be Drake. You can have somebody be a rapper, right? You can have a rapper because like there's tons of rappers. I fucking hate this mentality because I'm from Atlanta, fam, and all I fucking see at the train station, young aspiring rappers passing the city, buy my shit. And I want to tell them, like, fam, like, there's other things to do here, man. It's like, I don't mind rap music if you actually got the talent and you actually put the time and effort into that shit and you actually give a fuck about the craft. But it's like a lot of these rappers, they come and go, they get one hit, they probably get like 1 or 2 hits and they fucking fade away and their career never lasts long. Because these guys are just doing it for the financial reasons. And anytime you do something for financial reasons, there's nothing wrong with that. Your career is never.
No, the financial reason is just a segue into you know what.
Yeah.
You know why they're striving to get all that money, right?
Women.
No.
And it's like, go ahead.
No, I just said there you go. Go ahead.
Women. It's like women. It's like overall, and it's like, and that's what I'm talking about for me. It's like when I'm writing comic books, when I finally become a professional writer, writing for Marvel, DC, whatever. And like to me, I'm making money not for no woman. I'm making money for myself so I can retire. But one of my long-term goals is to retire at the age of 60, fam. I don't want to work past the age of 60. I want to retire. I want to be able to just live my life, kick my feet up in my house, and just have my 401k, have my house paid off, car paid off, 2-car garage, pool in the backyard, call it the goddamn day, and just live my life to the fullest, man, and just live my life in old age, man. And that's what I want to do. It's like I'm not putting no bitch in that shit. Fuck that shit.
Right. But speaking of, have you seen the Black Panther trailer, the teaser trailer?
I saw it.
What'd you think about it?
Okay. I mean that whole what pisses me off with it is all black. It's all nothing but black actors and that shit. That shit's kind of turning me off that whole movie. But I mean it's okay. I mean it's nothing special. I think the soundtrack, the song they had playing for this, I love the song though.
Yeah.
But I think the CG with the little fucking car crashing was kind of what the fuck you call it? That CG was kind of iffy. It was like, what the fuck, fam? Like, that shit's terrible, fam. That's like some fucking Wonder Woman CG, goddamn. That shit was terrible, fam.
Have you seen Wonder Woman?
Yeah, it's okay, fam. It's okay. It's okay.
It was all right. I knew it was gonna have its feminist moments, but
here's the thing though. I don't want people to. Here's the thing. It's not. I call that shit ball bust. It's not like ball bust 2016 when he busted.
Right.
this shit. Like, it's the thing for those guys. For those being talented into comic book movies, and you want to see Wonder Woman, go see it. It's not bad. It's not a bad. Actually, it's like you probably get like one joke, like 1 or 2 jokes about some feminist shit about it was she said something to Steve Trevor, but she was like men are only good for reproduction.
Well, there was that whole scene, and spoiler alert, everyone. There was that whole scene where they didn't allow women into the room, which is historically accurate. There was some places women could not go, and they was making a whole big deal about that. Oh, here we go. But other than that, it really, you're right. It wasn't like ball buster feminist bullshit.
No, it would. It's like it's not like ball busters where they fucking kicked it. They punched them in the dick and punched the ghost in the dick, and they're like, nah, fam, nah, man, you can be here with that bullshit, dude. No, and it's like I give it 8 out of 10, but at 93%, dude. Here's the thing about that movie, man. Here's the thing. That movie's good. I give it an 8 out of 10. I think 8 out of 10 is a good reasonable score for that film. But that third half, bro, that shit drugged out, bro. I fucking hated that third half. That shit was fucking a CG fucking. You can tell that shit was some green screen bullshit. It was like, god damn, fam. Like, y'all, you mean tell me this is $100 million fucking production? Y'all still doing this shitty ass CG going on? What the fuck is this shit?
I watched the bootleg, so I didn't really see like top quality, but I actually like the scene where at the last scene where god damn it, spoiler alerts again, where the dude died and then she like went through all those dudes. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but that's just me though.
I mean, it's like the thing is to me, it's like that third half they should have ended that scene when she was fucking climbing the ladder and shit, and they was fighting the soldiers and shit. They were trying to make way, but they couldn't make a move because the other armor was shooting at them.
Right.
Climb the damn ladder. They should end the movie at that point where she saved the people in the village, and you end it at that point, and then Ares become the villain and goddamn season and Wonder Woman 2. But when they killed Ares, I said, fam, you took away one of the biggest bad guys in Greek mythology, bro. Like, I love Ares, bro. Ares is a fucking badass. I love Ares, bro.
Do we know if he's dead?
Huh?
Do we know if he's dead for sure?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know how movies are, man. And then the motherfucker ain't dead. He come right back, and he might end up becoming the villain again.
Right.
It's one of those things, man. But it's not a bad movie at all, man. But I think that 93% with that rate these critics giving that shit, I said the critics don't want to label that. They want to call the movie trash because they want to call them misogynist and sexist. And that's the problem I have with media nowadays, entertainment nowadays. It's like fam, call movie trash, dog. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's a female director or a female lead. Like, right. That shit, ass is ass, fam. Stop trying to placate these stupid ass feminist agenda. Trash is trash. When they talked about Ballbusters 2016, I fucking saw that movie theater. I was 20 minutes into that movie. And
wait, that's actually a movie?
What'd you say?
That's actually a movie?
But not Ballbusters. I call it Ballbusters. Yeah, I call it Ballbusters.
What the hell? I gotta go see this movie.
I walked 20 minutes into Ballbusters because that's my new name for Ghostbusters. Like, I call this shit Ghostbusters, shit Ballbusters. 20 minutes into that movie when they made that shit about where she went on. I think it was Leslie start dive in the crowd and shit. I don't know if it's a woman thing, whatever. And I'm like, you know what, fam? Fuck this movie. Walked out and I never looked. And I said, you know what? I don't have to watch the movie. And I got the Fire Stick Cody and shit. They got that nerd. They got this shit on fucking HBO. I ain't watching that shit, man. That shit fucking pissed me the fuck off, man. I hate that movie, man. Just steam me the fuck up, man. I call this shit Ballbusters, bro. That shit busted my intelligence, man.
I ain't watched that movie yet, but I am surprised that they gave Wonder Woman a love interest. I was kind of shocked by that, actually. I thought they were just gonna leave her be by herself.
But you know what? Like, I want to say this because this goes back to the topic. Like, just going back to the topic of my hobby, fam. Look, I enjoyed Wonder Woman. I think it was a pretty good movie. But these feminists, these stupid ass these feminists reviewing Wonder Woman. These motherfuckers are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet, bro. They dumb as fuck, fam. Like, I was reading. It was a feminist. She was a fat bitch too. She was talking about why can't Wonder Woman be a fat motherfucker? I'm like, you do understand all that weight will fucking carry down on you, right? Like here's let me tell you something. I'm a buck 240, right? I'm a buck 240. I'm trying to lose like 50 pounds so I can fucking be more healthy and shit. But like, if anybody don't know how weight fluctuate is different between men and women.
Right.
Yeah, it's like if you fat, fam, like I'm buck 240. A lot of times, like I have high blood pressure. Okay, I'm trying to get off the blood pressure pills, whatever. If people don't know how weight fluctuates, if you got a lot of weight on you, that fucking takes it takes holes in your legs. One, your heart be all fucked up. It's like, fam, let me tell you something. Like, you can't have a 300-pound bitch fighting soldiers with guns and shit. That shit make no fucking sense. That's the dumbest shit ever. And I was reading the review, and she was like, yeah, she was like, there's like, why there was no fat Amazons in the movies? Because they're fucking warriors, man. To be a warrior, you gotta be fucking skin. You gotta be fucking physically fit. It's like even to fight in the military. Like when you go to military training before you go through they send you to war and shit. Like they put you to what you call the training and shit like that. You gotta go through the fucking under tires, climb the walls and shit. You gotta be physically fit to fucking fight a war. You can't be fucking fighting a war and you 340 pounds and shit. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Right.
And that's the thing about feminism I fucking hate, man. It's like they you finally get one movie that actually does good critically and financially here, and it's like you find the dumbest shit to complain about. Oh, the model was too skinny. So you mean tell me you want a 300-pound Wonder Woman? Like, come on, fam. Like, come on, dude. Like that shit make no fucking sense. That was the dumbest review ever in my lifetime, man. I don't understand that shit, dude.
Wow. Yeah, you're not going to be able to please some of these women, or you have women out here. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Dude, and that's the problem I have with modern day feminism. Like, I just feel like these people
I gotta stop you. Use the F word. Look, so number one, it's not feminism, it's just female behavior. Number two, as far as placating the women everyone knows that number one, you're literally dropping shit into a bottomless hole. It's literally they are dependents of males, and they're basically just whining, stamping their feet, saying all this bullshit.
Yep.
And the guys are giving in. They're like, well, that worked, so then that means I can do this also. You get even more. And
if a man can do it, I can do it.
It's just attention. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, like when it comes down to the movies and shit like that, what a lot of those bitches are saying, well, see, I don't look like that. So the bitches in there need to look like me. They look like me. Bullshit.
But I'm just gonna say just women in general, like fat bitches, bro. Fat bitches, they really trying to just fast up this bullshit. You fat bitch.
You know why? We all know why it's not that hard to figure out. I talked about this before. It's like this. They don't want to do the fucking hard work.
Dude, it's like
most don't understand. Keeping your weight at a certain place, losing weight, staying in shape, staying healthy, staying active. Motherfucker, do you know as your life goes on, it's gonna get more and more difficult.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
And they have a really short shelf life too. Yeah. So instead, they're like, well, I should be able to eat all the fucking garbage food I want, be fat as hell, stomach bigger than tits, and every guy is supposed to still love me because I'm special on the inside. No, you're not. No, you're not. Your personality is derived from mainly, what you see as being acceptable to get male validation. So I don't want to hear that shit.
It's like, dude, and that's the problem I have with fat bitches, bro. Like, you fat bitch. Let me tell you something. I'm willing to admit the fact that I'm not on the healthy side of the game, so who am I to fucking judge? But I'm actually fucking drinking water. I'm walking. I'm buying a bike next month. I'm actually taking the proper steps to lose the fucking weight, fam. Like, and that's the problem I have with women nowadays, especially fat bitches, bro. You fat. Get your fat ass in the gym. It ain't that fucking hard. I understand you don't want to do this shit because you don't want to fucking go to society is, which is the norm here. Let me tell you something, man. Even though I don't give a fuck about bitches, dog. It's nothing wrong with being healthy, bro. It's nothing wrong with having. Like, let me tell you something. When I talk about, I think to myself like I wear 38 pants, whatever, and I'm like to myself like, dude, it will feel good to lose 2 inches off my waist so I can fucking just go back to where I was when I was sick, when I was a high schooler, and I would just can eat all the food I want and not gain a pound. But going back to SFL, what SFL was saying is like, dude, the more weight you put on when you get older, the harder it is for that shit to get off. So just imagine you got a chick 38 years old and she 300 pounds. The chance of her losing all that weight, she can lose it. It's gonna be hard as fuck because one,
you have to understand. See, human beings who work off incentives. See, me, I like being able to move very fast. I like being very strong, like jumping around sometimes and shit like that. In fact, the most time that I'm actually sitting down would be like right now. Yeah. Because I'm, doing the whole weekend podcast thing. During the week, I don't really get to sit down. In fact, as soon as I get out of my house and I get out of my car, I'm on my feet the whole goddamn day. Moving, jumping, doing all that other crazy shit, whatever. And so my thing is, for someone not to see the value in actually having somewhat of a physical ability, maneuverability, strength, speed, all that good shit, helps with your breathing, help with all that shit, and helps you mentally too. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
because they're trying to say basically, I don't need to do any hard work. I don't need to do anything because, I went off track. Incentives. Yes. What incentive does a woman have to lose weight? We talk about the myriad amount of simps out there. There's just this wave of, those little fucking pelican birds are off of the Finding Nemo.
Yeah. And the whole,
what the simps are.
Yeah.
They're just Hey, Mike.
Go back
the fat bitches know that. They like, yeah, I don't gotta lose weight. What?
It going back to what you were saying. It's a film like these fat bitches. They complain about men not finding them attractive. Don't you think, bitch, if you lost like 100, 150 pounds or 50 pounds, like if you lost weight, the simps you will fucking attract, you won't attract me because I see
people think that they can lose weight the easy way. It's not.
Yeah.
I'll just go on a walk. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say?
Nah, man. Yeah, man.
All right. So you'll lose some weight by like what, 60? Fuck you talking about? And then they're still eating shitty ass, garbage ass fucking food.
Yeah, man.
Like I was out when I went grocery shopping. My dad came with me. What do you get, like mainly meats and stuff like that? I'm like, well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I know what I'm getting. I grabbed like a shit ton of Gatorades, Went and got I got plenty of chicken breasts and shit. I still got that. I got plenty of veggies. I got some more apples. I didn't even realize I still had fucking oranges in there. So I was gonna buy a bag of oranges. My bad. Nobody wants to hear like, yeah, let's hear about your day at the grocery store. This must be interesting as fuck. It's gonna get good. We're really gonna get some valuable shit out of this. And then so I'll go over sometimes I do get like a pack of bacon. Because the eggs will sit there. You know what I mean? The eggs and the bacon will just sit there. And I got to like force myself. I do get that shit. I'm like, yeah, but it's so fucking greasy, man. Like, fuck it, but it's good. But I don't know. It's one of those, how as a kid, the whole breakfast thing with the eggs and bacon and all that shit, and you do it so much of your life. It's like hard to throw away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I forgot the lemons. I forgot the lemons, JK. That was the thing. I forgot the fucking lemons. Something told me, I'm like, man, I'm missing something in this fucking fruit drawer. And yeah, he's right. Just fucking lemons, man. Forgot that shit. And my thing is, people find out when you change your diet and you eat a little better, like you lay off a lot of the greasier, fattier shit, you feel better.
Dude.
You move better. You get more energy. Like I was taking those creatine caffeine pills while working out, and then something told me, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna cut those out because after a while, it came to the point where I'd be staying up extra late and I'd start popping those just for extra energy.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, well, now I'm becoming fucking dependent on them. That's not good. I need to go back to having my own natural energy. I need to do that. So
and eat a lot of vegetables also.
Yeah, you got to do that. Like I love just like you take the pan. I just throw a shit ton of vegetables, peppers and shit like that. And then I just like the chicken or something like that. Or maybe a roast. No, I still haven't eaten those avocados. I probably got to throw those avocados out. They've been sitting in my drawer.
Man, those things fucking nasty, fam.
But I love kale and spinach smoothies with like green apples and lemon juice and all the other stuff. Delicious.
You lost me on that one.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Spinach.
He got defensive. He was like, no, huh? What? He got defensive.
Spinach. What I have every day for breakfast: spinach, kale, lemon juice. Sometimes I put carrots in there, and sometimes I put like romaine lettuce. Also, tastes fantastic.
Damn.
You'll feel so. Yeah, you cut out the greasy food, you'll feel better. I'm telling you, you have that every single day.
But also, there's one thing I do want to mention though. Don't try to cut it out completely.
Oh no, of course not. No.
There's a little fucked up thing that'll happen to you that I didn't realize.
Damn.
Because I was going on that super health kick. I'm like, oh hell yeah, the guns are back. And then and I was sitting, I swear to God, I remember the exact moment it was. I was sitting in the break room, had like the chicken breast and like water and shit, and like what was it? I was eating something with it. Might have been like an apple or an orange. And for some reason, I was just like, man, I want a fucking slice of pizza. Yeah, I just want a slice of pizza. I couldn't even finish the chicken breast for some reason. Just like now. And what happened was it went through this period of now just like, you know what? Yeah, I deserve a slice. It's like, motherfucker, what? Why? Why do you? For what? What did you do? The same shit you always do. It's like, yeah, I deserve something because I'm doing what I already do. Yep. And what it was is I wasn't paying attention to it either. I wasn't eating like greasy shit at all. Like, that just wasn't the thing. And my body just craved that shit so fucking bad. And so that's why every once I throw the pork steaks in there. And you know, somehow that fat on there is just like a big high that just hits me like, oh, hell yeah. Motherfuckers be looking at me crazy. They're like, what the fuck is up? What did he put on that? What is fucking Homer Simpson movie? I mean, moment just out in public. It's weird as hell. But you do need to, like, a lot of that shit. You got to balance it out. I don't know if it's true because I've heard too many things about bread. Like, people are just flip-flopping on that shit. They're like, all right, no bread at all. It's bad for you. Fuck the wheats and grains. And mama's like, no, you need the wheats and grains. Just stay away from white bread. And then somebody comes out, well, no, you don't, none of it. I'm like, all right, y'all, I don't know. I'll come back when y'all done with the argument and somebody knows what the fuck they're talking about.
But you know, I was like going back, like to discuss this whole weight loss thing, the whole weight gain and weight loss thing. I mean, weight gain and weight loss thing. It was article. It was talking about like it was something it did. I think they did a study, and it was talking about like you look at a married man. It was like, think about a man before he gets married, right? A man is probably he probably like 140, 150 pounds. He's in shape. Works 7 days out the whole week. 5 years past of his lifetime, he probably, because he got a wife. Wife don't cook. She's lazy as shit, don't want to cook, whatever. He probably 300 pounds, and that's, I think it was a doctor. It was a doctor. He was talking about why that happens. He's like, well, one, he says over a lifetime decade, people tend to either fall off the same things they did before they got married, whatever. The same thing the guy did before he got to get married is that you start eating unhealthy. Your wife don't want to cook for you, so you feel like, well, fuck this, I just eat out of fast food, and that high blood pressure kicks in. Hypertension kicks in, like all this other crazy shit. And he was talking, and it was like to me, and he was saying how he says how like when you first get when a man first get married, like the same things you were doing before you got married, like you work out 7 days. Say you work 5 days out of the 7 week, out of the 7 days. Like if you work out a lot. But if you work it, like if you work and you got a job, you work 24 hours a day, you probably say you may get a day or 2 days out of the whole week, lose the weight. And it was saying a lot of those guys die for early bad pressure health because one, wife don't want to cook nowadays. It was just saying, he just said it was something he was saying, and it was like overall bad eating. Probably one, he ain't getting the proper nutrition. He ain't drinking water. He's not doing the proper steps. He didn't do it, but he said it's not just on the man. It's just like these women nowadays. It was talking about they said why women live longer than men. It said, well, one, because men are under a lot more stress. And it was like reading that article. I think it was an article. It was a study on it. Studying the article. It was saying like, like it was like reading that shit. Like that's why I don't fucking do marriage. And that's why I don't understand. Like when I see guys get married, talking about, oh, I'm happy wife, happy life. And you see a guy he married to his wife for like 20 years or 10 or 12 years, whatever. And he'd be like, dude, fat as a fucking house. He out of shape and shit. Like he just fucking gut everywhere.
Yeah, I saw a guy, man. I was when I was going to the grocery store. And I know, I mean, this may sound fucked up, but I was sitting there, just, how you had the stoplight, and there's one where you had a turning signal, so you got to sit there for a grip. And I look, and I just see this dude is just fat as fuck, just walking, just fat. I'm like, how the fuck do you get that fat where your arms won't even go by your goddamn sides? What have you been doing? How do you not notice this problem and want to fix this? Yeah, I know that sounds mean as shit, but
it's real talk.
I mean, it just made me mad because I'm sitting there like, dude, it's not that fucking difficult. See, right now, like I was saying, like, dude's just walking around. I'm like, well, right now, while you're just walking around, you could actually be doing some other shit. You don't have to start off all super fucking crazy with shit. Like a lot of people try to depict it. Like you see them steroided up YouTubers, motherfuckers. I'm like, dude, don't listen to him. Stop that. That's not, you want to wipe your own ass. All right. Just stop listening to him. You want to be able to wipe your own ass, and also you don't want to fuck up your organs putting all that bullshit in your body. And my thing is, it's just like, dude, just simple shit. It's gonna hurt at first. Like if you've been a while not doing it, it's gonna hurt at first. I know.
Dude, I tell you,
HD explains it as a man. The thing is, the more you do it, the stronger you get. Eventually, it doesn't hurt. It just feels good.
I just started walking. I just started walking. I take 5 minutes out of my whole day. Like I just started walking in 5 minutes out of my whole day. And I tell people, just take 5 minutes. It doesn't take that long, fellas. Just walk. Just set destination. Walk it. Clock it enough. Do your little 5 minutes out the way. But to me, one thing what I'm learning is, to me, is I got to cut back on my soda intake. But to me, like I gotta drink. I'm drinking.
Pop is a motherfucker, dog. I swear.
I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm gonna grocery shopping next week. So I have my list wrote down of like all the healthy stuff I need to cut out my list. I still eat yogurt, whatever. I still eat yogurt with stuff like that. But like yogurt, I still eat bread. I mean, I say fuck them bread assholes. Like, man, you shouldn't eat wheat. I'm like, it don't fucking matter. Everything you eat got fat in it, bro. Like, it's nothing is fucking safe, really. Like it's like the assholes who buy organic talk about, oh, this is organic. Buying the same old shit just for a more expensive price. There's nothing no fucking different here, man. I'm like,
I forgot what it was. I'm trying to remember the article I was reading about. It was about exercise and working out. Like, and they were talking about basically how some people technically they don't realize they're overdoing it, and really it's shit. I wish. I need to stop redoing my OS because I'll be forgetting to back up like my bookmarks and shit. Because I don't have none of this shit that I'll be bookmarking. Like my bookmark thing was like long as fuck. I had to scroll through it because it was a good ass article. And I'm trying to remember where the fuck I found it at. I don't know. I ain't gonna remember. What up, Renee? You ain't said shit.
Sorry?
I said you ain't said nothing. You thought I was gonna let you get away with that?
No. I'm just listening to No Filter because you guys have a good rapport going on. But I don't know. I mean, in terms of exercise, yeah, I kind of agree. Like, you can't go from 0 to 60 in a day. I mean, you have to take it gradually.
Yeah, you got to build up on that shit, man. I'll be honest, like, dude. And my thing is for a lot of guys, like, when you get to like the shape and the muscle you want, that doesn't mean start slacking off. Bad idea. Bad fucking idea.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, as you're getting older, and I know motherfuckers like, dude, you 27, shut the fuck up. But as you're getting older, Mortify's making me laugh. As you're getting older, it's gonna get more and more difficult. So you gotta just
and that's what I'm trying to
shoot for something that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. For me, like the one big mistake I made. This was actually I was actually in the goddamn gym. I was overdoing that shit, fam. Like, I would try to burn like 400 calories, like in the beginning of my process. Like, and it was like, yo, you can do like 100 on the bike, 100 on the treadmill, and call that shit a damn day. You ain't gotta do 400. I remember like when I first started off working out and shit like that, I would be on the treadmill. I get to like I would get like to 100. I'm like, I got three more 100 miles to go. It's like, fam, I'll burn that shit, and like I would not get the results I wanted. And I got very frustrated with that shit, and I stopped going to the gym because one, it was like the reason why I stopped going to that gym, one, because it's like I wasn't getting the results I needed to get. One, I was overdoing that shit. It's like I was over exercising myself and realizing I wasn't getting the results I needed. And two was blue pill bullshit going on. Every time you hear guys in the door in the locker room talking about how much ass they get, I'm like, man, I don't need to be part of this fucking environment. Fuck that shit. If I ever get the money, I'm building my own. I have my own home gym and have my gym at home. Have a personal trainer come to my house and train me at my own house. Cause I fuck this set of shit, man.
Well, that's why I'm waiting on the shift change because I know myself very well. I can keep it going good for a while, but eventually I'll just get distracted. That'll happen. Yeah. I know it very well. But I don't know. Right now, until I get basically approved for my shift change, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah,
just
keep doing what I do. It's like for me, it's like everywhere I go. Like I went to the gym when I was going to the gym. I went in with this whole clear mindset was I want to lose the weight, man. Like I just want to lose this weight. I want to fucking feel good. I want to know the feeling to be what. Like I was wearing 34 in high school. I want to get back to a size 34. I was like, dude, I want to know the feeling to have all this weight off your fucking damn stomach so I can fucking just walk and just walk up a flight of steps and not get tired. Like I walk up a flight of steps, just one flight of steps and get tired as fuck, fam. Like that shit ain't no fun. And that's why I get so fucking mad at these fucking fat bitches in people's society and just go start fat shaming. No, motherfucker, fat is not being fat is not cool, bro. Like I don't give a fuck what they try to tell you, dude. Fuck that sex. Fuck that fat shaming shit, dude. No, man. Fat is fat, dude. Get your fat ass in the gym, and that damn hard. Like I know a lot of people like it's something like you were saying before. A lot of people want to put that work in, but like, dude, like it's like going back to the topic. Like you, like in order for you to get better at some shit, you gotta fucking progress. You got want to progress for yourself, and that's why I get mad when I see so many guys going back to the topic. You know, I see so many guys, they so dedicated to chasing ass. I mean, they fucking put on the outfit. They do all the fucking, they jump through all these tricks, do this shit. But if you tell these guys to go out there and focus on themselves and do all the crazy shit.
Well, see, that's one thing that was the biggest changer for me, because I talked to MA and others about that. Is the moment where I stopped doing it for the bitches and started doing it for myself.
Yeah.
It was a big fucking difference. Big difference in enjoyment, big difference in all that shit. Because it was about I don't know, just like having your body work the way you want it to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing the stuff you want to be able to do.
Yeah. It's like, you know, and that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like for me, that's the shit that thoroughly pisses me off. Like I see so many men, like, dude, it's like, and that's what I'm trying to say. When you become MGTOW fam, like you start to get that red pill rage. Even I'm past the red pill rage stage because I'm more focused on me now. But still, like when you go outside society, man, and you see all dudes talk about how much ass they get. It's like, dude, like there's more shit to talk about. I don't want to hear you talk about this shit. This is childlike. This is some shit teenagers do when you fucking 16 years old and that's all you fucking think about is sex. Like what the fuck is this shit? What the hell? So I get past that juvenile mentality. It's like I don't understand these people, man. It just to me maybe because I'm past that shit. But it's like if I had sex 2 times and was able to get past that shit, you can get past that shit too, man. And that damn impossible. Find a fucking hobby, man. God damn.
Well, I really can't, because you got to remember the basically push. Like I talked about it in a sense like this. You got to look at the species, the human species, and the thing about survival and reproduction. Now, with survival, it will come down to a numbers game. That is the truth.
Yeah.
So, as far as it goes down, it's going to be wired in us automatically to reproduce. That's going to be a thing, and to do it as much as possible. Now, the thing is, when that's why some guys don't kind of get when it comes down to why a lot of reactions will happen. Because if you're a male and you're saying, "Well, I'm not fucking doing that," that seems like blasphemy.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit. Been bullshit.
And I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it right now. I'm just not like kind of waking up, just getting there. You know, I'm just waking up a little bit. Just I don't know. I might do like a 350 stream or something. I don't know.
Yeah. What happened to MA? What? I forgot he does have a daughter. I forgot.
No, he's doing something right now, but he said he'd be in though. Yeah, he's just waiting. He's waiting to get done with what he's doing.
I know because I haven't talked to him in a while. It's been a while since I talked to him. I see him in your streams, but you know.
Oh no! Like I ain't talked to him like all week.
What?
Yeah, it just popped up today. All right, there's an article right there. If anybody wants to check that out, Scoop sent this to me. I'll go ahead and open it so I can go ahead and screen share this shit.
Former DC who molested dying boyfriend's son get probation.
Is this the right? Yeah, that's the right screen.
See, it's shit like this pisses me off, fam. Like, it's shit like this that pisses me off, man. It's like, god damn it, man. It's it's like, and that's what I'm trying to say. I get mad at people who want to talk shit about us, like, yo, like y'all need to deal with this shit. But when women do this shit, like women get away with this shit, and we supposed to just fucking and y'all just we supposed to deal with this bullshit. Fuck that shit, man. Like I don't understand these people, man. I just fucking get steamed up reading that type of shit, dude. What type of shit is that?
You sure? And you see the mental disconnect that a lot of people have is like, well, you knew when men need to fix it. Well, hold on. Here's one thing. I'm a casually tell them, of course, fuck yourself. And here's the other thing. You literally took all male authority away, but kept all responsibility. That woman can do anything to ruin my life right now. And it doesn't even have to be true, and you won't even give a flying fuck. Kiss my ass. Not gonna play that game.
I think it boils down to, like, you know, if men is giving back authority, you know, men are going to be abusive. And I think
that's bullshit. Bullshit.
Well, yeah,
completely. We all know that.
Like I know it's bullshit, but people have this mentality. It's like, oh, if men are giving back authority, they're going to be these vicious individuals, which is
doesn't make sense because we would still do that without the authority. We still do the same thing.
Exactly.
The majority of men aren't fucking just mouth-foaming psychopaths. But no, that's how they wanted to depict it, to go along with the little stupid-ass agenda.
Yeah, it's basically, you know, her word against yours, and yours doesn't matter.
How do you say, okay, so you give the bitch probation, and then you say, I pray she never does this to another child?
You can do it again.
She's gonna do it to another person. Well, no, that was actually the teenager. She doesn't do this to another person. No, she's going to do it to another person. That's gonna happen.
How old the boy though? How old was he? How old was he?
Wait, what? Where's his age?
He probably was a teenager. Probably was a teenager. Probably.
Oh yeah, she began molesting a 15-year-old.
But they want to call
behind her boyfriend's back.
Now,
in 2013, and continued even after the boy's father died last year.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, man. You know, there's a lot of there's some men out there who are pedophiles who just go out there and prey on the innocent, who actually do this shit on purpose. But like, no, there's like, I get so sick and tired of hearing these stories of these teachers fucking these underage students or molesting these little kids, and they just get away with this shit. But let that be a man, y'all throw that motherfucker 10 feet in the goddamn jail, man. And it's like that shit steam me the fuck up, fam. So you mean tell me, so these women can get away with this shit because they women, but let that was the man, y'all be trying to call him a pedophile, molester, child. Which I mean, some dudes will do that shit on purpose, but like. I get steamed up hearing that type of shit. Like, and you know what? That 15-year-old boy he gonna be fucked up for the rest of his life. And you know what?
Oh, what the fuck?
What happened?
Nope. All right, gotta share this one. Can't even let that go by at all. And this is when I talk about that mentality, that self-worth, all that bullshit. And you know, a lot of guys, they're like, oh, I don't get what you mean. Well, my thing is, if you, like we were talking about exercise before, you work really hard on yourself, you know, you really have your self-esteem up, like you got a decent job, you make a decent money, you don't end up with that. This is not what you end up with. And he's happy too. He's like, look, I got my no-walls. I got my no-walls.
Dude, that bitch like the Michelin Man, bro.
Oh, this bitch only 25 and looks like that. That right there is only 25. Oh, bitch, you were screwed.
Bruh, that dude smiling in the picture like, I found me a no-wall.
And that's his wife.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, God. Oh, do you hear this? You see this? I was about to throw up. Oh, all right. No. All right, I can't do this.
Self-love my ass, bitch fat as fuck.
I can't do that anymore. I can't do that anymore. What the fuck? That is so yeah, it's bad times. And
that dude, my question is to the black dude, bruh. You mean tell me, dude, I know it's bad. I know these bitches are fucking crazy as fuck, fam, but that's the fucking best you can get. God damn, that bitch ugly as fuck. God damn, bitch like the Michelin Man, bro.
I think I'm just going to assume here, but I think now it's like we're having like this internal fight with ourselves. So we know, I mean, he probably knows that, oh my God, this woman is fat. But then he's thinking, well, whatever options do I have? I might as well go with her.
Or you could just quit and say, no, I'll just focus on myself and do my own shit. And ain't no way in hell I'd lower myself like that.
But you know what? I'm predicting that shit now. This black dude that's smoking smiling right now, I give it 5 years into the marriage, you're gonna be 300 pounds. I'm predicting that shit now, man.
Because her insecurity is gonna cast mentally on him.
Yeah, so it's like the dude don't realize he set himself up for an epic failure. Like, dude, you can't accept somebody. Like, here's the thing, dude. This is just me talking. If I was a still blue pill. Even if I'm in the best shape of my life, I'm a buck 140, 150, whatever. I'm basically down there. I'm down in the best shape of my damn life. I'm not marrying the bitch that's 300 pounds, 350 pounds, bro. Fuck that shit. Hell no, nigga. That's some bullshit in itself, bro. This whole self-love, self-image, self-conscious bullshit. Stop with that shit already. That bitch fat, man. Fuck that shit.
If they really loved themselves, they wouldn't put all that garbage into their goddamn
I know
bodies.
Like,
and let's be honest, like a lot of guys, like I've experienced that before. You get in a relationship with a bitch, and before you were cooking everything. Why does it seem like you're eating out all the goddamn time?
Yep.
You're just like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, it may stop being a smart ass. Oh yeah, it's disturbing when I see this and I look around and I talk about it when I go out in public and I see these guys and their demeanors, and you can tell their mentality. They're beating all hell.
I'm trying to hear what this bitch said. She was like, but Jasmine tells y'all beauty. I said,
oh no, don't read it.
I shared the photo because I've been trying to find love within for myself for a while. I was tired of dieting and wanting weight loss surgery, and Kenan was always telling me to remove my beach cover, so I finally did. What the fuck, bitch? So you tried the shit, you just gave up on the shit. Well, whatever, man. That's that dude problem, not mine. So whatever, man. It's stupid shit like this that pisses me the fuck off, man.
I mean, but my thing is, as far as fixing the problem, I'm not even. This may sound defeatist or whatever or nihilistic. I don't give a fuck. People call me a lot of shit. Don't care. The truth is, it's so far gone that literally you need like some super Jesus just to pop up for shit to stop being what it is. Because at this point, I mean, I don't know, like, dude, if I honestly, the most fucked up thing, if I was in power, I'd be like, either I'm gonna like start enslaving motherfuckers, I'm wiping this slate clean, because this shit is real bad.
Call me crazy, man. You know what, man? I'm gonna fucking catch flack for this shit. You know what? I used to look at Adolf Hitler and all these, these leaders that Fidel Castro, all these leaders that you thought was bad people. You know what? They power reign. If I had this type of power, I would destroy civilization too. Goddamn it! Fuck this shit. I'll fuck this shit up.
Tell you the truth, there's a lot of shit I'd actually like. First things first. Well, Trav knows about all those laws and everything like that. I'd take some of those. Like, nope, that ain't happening. Nope, that ain't happening. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. Oh, changing that immediately. Oh, and you know what? Also, women, you no longer get custody by default. It's actually the male who gets custody by default. And my thing is, I was thinking about this the other day. Let me get off the dictator spiel and just go into what my thoughts that I had the other day. I was thinking, like, how could you sell that to women? That it'd be beneficial for them to basically give the male, like, make a law where the male has custody by default, and just sell it on some guys of them going to live their lives or some bullshit like that. That'd be some hard shit to do, but man, it would help a lot of this shit. Just that right there. I mean, we wouldn't see it no 1 or 2 generations. What was that? God damn it, Ben. We wouldn't see it no 1 or 2 generations, but literally down the line, you would see something change from it. Because that stems with a lot of the shit that is an issue now. When I talk about the effeminated mindset that is spread around so fervently. And honestly, it's something like that to change. It'd be pretty dope. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. I can hear you fine.
sitting there like, why the hell is everybody so goddamn quiet? And I think that would actually help a little bit with a lot that's going on. Like if males literally had custody by default, well, you'd start seeing something different. I mean, that would be something to shake it up. But my thing is, it's not going to fucking happen. It's not a thing. And for that to happen, you need some like major players to actually execute some shit like that and actually convince people like, yeah, this makes perfect sense.
But one thing, but the one thing.
Oh, and then also what you'd have to do is you pretty much have to get rid of the whole child support system. Basically, in the family courts, you'd have to try to abolish that shit first.
Mm-hmm.
Which, let's be honest, that's too much of a big business. That ain't going nowhere. That ain't going to reform in any way that's not beneficial to them. And they know bitches don't make money like men do. They know they can't not getting money from bitches like they can get it from men, so they're not going to fucking play good games with that.
But you know, SFL, one thing I really learned. One thing I'm just like you, man. You know, people call me I'm a hopeless person, but you know what, man? I'm gonna do a stream about this too. There is no hope in sight, fam. Like for all you MRAs out there, for all you MGTOWs out there that's still looking for you in the wall, man. The walls don't exist, fam. Why the fuck are you still fighting this shit? And MRAs out there, you know what? I sympathize with you, but in a way I don't. Because in a way, like you're fighting a system that don't give a fuck about you, man. Here's the thing: after I got done reading that article of that fucking DCSF working fucking little 15-year-old boy and shit, and teachers keep getting away with this shit, and then society will keep allowing this shit to go on. I'm like, fam, you can't tell me reading these defeatist articles or Oklahoma adding the domestic violence to the family courts. You can't tell me when these laws keep getting passed, and these male politicians, these people that got the power that can stop these laws from getting passed, and they still don't stop it. They go along with the shit. You can't tell me it's fucked up when the male politicians that's supposed to have your back, you vote into office, whether locally or state or nationwide. They'll go along with the shit. They go along with the shit, and like you as a man, you still lining up to get married. And I often ask myself this question: is like, there's no hope in sight, fam. And that's why I don't understand guys who get married. Like, fam, like shit is getting worse by the damn day, and you still doing this dumb shit. It's the dumbest shit ever.
Well, the thing is, I've talked about it. Me and MGTOW Indian, it was a private conversation where he was basically talking about explaining the aspect of why males do what they do. They hear the risk, they hear all that, but they'll still do it anyways. And it goes down to an aspect of masculinity, basically overcoming situations, adapting to environments, overcoming threats, blah blah blah. You know, that super masculine shit. Hey man, I don't know how we're gonna get across to that other sidewalk because literally the streets are covered in lava. I think I got a plan. You hear what? I think I got a plan. You look like what? This motherfucker jumping off the roof with a fucking hang glider. It's like, oh, all right. I mean, I hope the wind picks up today. I don't think that was high enough, but yeah, all right. And you know, that was a shitty analogy, but that's the best I can come with off the cuff. And so that's how literally now you pay attention. That's why you see guys like SPI Latina, and you see guys like just doing all these things, trying to find these ways around it. I mean, it comes down to the male brain. It's gonna happen no matter what. They're gonna say, "Well, I think I know a way. I think I know that. I can solve this. I think I'll do this." No, I think I figured out it. And after a while, you know, you'll start noticing a difference in the guys who really get what's going on and the ones who don't, because the ones who really get it, at a certain point, they're like, all right, let me strategically look at this shit. So what exactly can I do? And somebody like, oh, he's about to say give up, isn't he? Well, no, not actually. No, that's not what I was about to say at all. See, you can call me a defeatist because I'm out chasing tail, but you know, you can actually shut the fuck up because I go to work, I do my thing, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. I didn't stop doing things in life. I don't mope around. The thing is, my approach to figuring out what could actually be a viable thing, how long it will take, what method works the best. Well, yeah, of course, I'm still thinking about that, but it's not with trying to put a bitch in it.
Yep.
It's with basically stopping males from this mentality that literally they're shit by default, that they actually have no value, they have no worth. That's a lie. That's a complete lie.
I'm so glad you brought this shit up because I was at my I'm not gonna say what I was at a graduation party, and because it basically was like my female cousins, and I was telling them I have a very short temper. I have like a very bad. I get angry people. I get physical people. And she was telling me, she was like, you know, I know what to help the temper. She was, I know what help you stop you getting angry. She's like, you get a girlfriend. And like, you know, and I was telling like, I don't know about all that. Yeah, nah, man, that's bad. That's nah, man. I don't agree with that. And she was like, why you don't agree with it? He's like, I got a very bad temper, and I didn't get into this. I didn't say no MGTOW shit. I was just like, I know how women are, and they just fucking push you to the fucking point, the dumbass shit test. I ain't got time for that silly shit, fam. Like that's some dumbass shit. Reaching with the shit. Women ask you dumbass questions like, if I hit you, would you hit me back? It's like, and then you actually gotta be sitting there talking to her like, no, I won't hit you back. And it's like, what the fuck is this dumb shit? Or a female say, oh, you ain't the same no more, all this dumbass shit, and she start arguing with you no for apparent reason because she trying to get a rise out of you, fam. I ain't got time.
It's manipulation at its finest. Literally, that's all it comes down to. Is I'm not going to use the word narcissist. It's just basically manipulation of the male. See, in a sense, you can go look at Be Good 4000's channel. He talks about narcissists all the time, and there's a reason why. Because when you start paying attention to a lot of the manipulative tactics of narcissists and all that other shit, you pay attention to what the women do in a just everyday relationship, you start getting a good contrast. And it's like this one guy. I heard him talking, and you know, I don't know. I had a red pill slip at work and was explaining to him what his wife was doing to him. But I heard him do that little emotional, my wife. I was like, I had to stop myself from laughing. I just walked away. You're fucking hopeless. Oh, but it gets funny because literally it comes down to the point where like literally they're going to defend their abuser. In fact, they're going to be mad if you even try to say that they're getting manipulated or abused. They're like, what? No, what the fuck? You don't understand shit. Like, motherfucker, you don't see this shit? If someone knows how to get a certain reaction, a rise out of you, or put you in a certain mental state, they're going to use that to their benefit.
I tell you,
because it will suit whatever purpose they're after.
Good. And that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's like I talk about the whole manipulated man thing. Like, you just be manipulated to do what the fuck you want to do. Like, I talk about the reason why I don't engage in sex at all, because this is one of the things. And I don't understand why guys who fucking chase pussy just this is their addiction. Guys know women. There's guys. Even a blue pill simp knows says women use sex to get what she want out of a man. And you know what? These dumbass idiots still go along with the shit and still fucking play the stupid ass game that these bitches be playing and shit. Like, oh, you ain't gonna get no sex tonight. It's like when a man and woman arguing in the mall. So when they argue, he disagrees with her and he don't. Like, I don't think we should be buying that. She get in the car tonight, or she says it out in public, oh, you get no sex tonight. And dude was like, and he's sitting there begging, pleading with her. Like,
right. Simplest analogy I can put with that shit is basically the female is a drug pusher. She that's why she's always advertising what she's got. She wants you chemically high and addicted. And then so after that, it's basically to train obedience through dishing out of those chemical highs. Literally, not if you think I'm bullshitting, there's websites and everything. I've talked about it on previous streams. And a lot of guys don't get, like, yeah, that's exactly what's going on. See, that's why I have an issue with the domesticated male.
Oh, yeah.
So when I'm out in public, there's a difference between me and that little simp. You can tell pretty easy. You just look at the demeanors, motherfuckers just talking, and you'll see a big-ass difference. I noticed they noticed. I don't give a fuck. It took me a while to notice. I finally noticed. I'm like, that's hilarious. But the thing is, if you think like they're gonna sit there and think that that's okay, or even the guys won't work against you to try to get you in there, no, they will. So they always use that dumbass phrase, misery loves company. I'm like, no, the fucking brainwashed and conditioned, domesticated. That's that dog in the house looking out the window and seeing that wild dog just, going down the street, roam where the fuck he wants. And he's looking like that fucker needs a leash on him. That's bullshit. What the fuck you doing? And the other dog's trying to get him inside. Like, yeah, come on in here, man. It's great. And then once that dog gets domesticated, he's like, this is bullshit. I used to have a lot more fun. This is some garbage right here. Am I gaining weight? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that's
I need to have better instincts. What the hell's going on? And so, it's disturbing as hell. And I see that shit a lot. And it makes me laugh because the thing is, another thing is, I stopped trying to reach these motherfuckers. Like I was like, when I was in the car with my dad, I got to the point where he's the one that really put me on the edge where I didn't even want to do a stream at all. Just hearing this blue pill simp stupid shit. Then he starts on this racist rhetoric and all this shit. I'm just sitting here like, dude, what the fuck?
Is he still on it though? Is he still on it? Or you
Damn right is. Simps don't change. They just keep simping. Then they find a different way to simp while trying to basically, like in their minds, bitching about women is fighting back. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you retarded?
What the fuck?
Yeah, bitching about finding some time to bitch about women is their freedom. That's not freedom, you idiot. The fuck, you're still constrained to what you're bitching about because you're gonna go back and get more shit to bitch about through the experience of dealing with the bitch that you're not even obligated to deal with.
Dude, you know one thing, like I'm like you, SFM. I just gave up all hope on these dudes because like the 5 friends I had to let go in the past few weeks, whatever. I just realized when after I cut all ties with those motherfuckers, my life been better ever since. And I don't have to put up with this bullshit. And it's like pissing me off with that type of shit. It's like, you know, I talk about like my female cousin. This the same female cousin always asks me when I'm gonna get a girlfriend, and I just want to tell her like, man, look, I don't want to parse this type of shit. But I'm not just say, you know what? I just haven't found the one. I just say the same old cliche saying that most assholes, most guys, most people say when a man has a bad better breakup and he says all my ex-girlfriends ain't shit. And it was like, oh, you just bitter because you just what's the saying that you married man say?
What they're really saying is no, you need to go out and take care of another bitch.
Yeah.
We don't want you going around spouting that shit and giving other dudes ideas that you don't have to do that. No, you have to take care of these bitches.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part is, in the most fucked up way, they're not wrong. You're gonna be forced to take care of bitches one way or another.
I ain't doing that shit.
How it's gonna happen.
That's
how it literally is going now. It's still going that way. A lot of people don't see it. I see the shit. It's right there. The government, they love doing that shit. They just start something new and they say it's for this and this and that, and really it's just to pay for those bitches. That's how our species works. It's always going to do that.
You know, SFM, I got a fucking theory about Donald Trump cutting off the fucking Section 8. I think he doing that shit so he can get back to traditionalism and fucking have men pay for these bitches, bro. I ain't paying for them, but paying for them hoes. I say fuck them.
I don't know. Like, we're going to start seeing some weird shit going down and all that because I've been trying to make more sense of it. My first theory, you know, I'm like, I don't know. I just keep looking at it more and more, and it's just going to be a fucking shit show. And at the end, who knows what? My thing is, as far as the politics and shit, I kind of stopped paying attention really, because I don't know. I just when I hear somebody being very manipulative, deceitful, and indirect about things, it really pisses me off a lot. And so I can't really watch a lot of their shit because I don't know. I just start yelling at the screen and shit.
Yep. It's like I was telling people I was because I my theory on that shit is like because I remember when I was me and my friends were talking about one of my male friends were talking about this shit. It was like, man, you know, like with Section 8 being Section 8, welfare being cut off. I was like, man, this dude just doing this shit so you can have so men can fucking take care of these bitches, bro. I ain't doing this shit because like I have a theory on it because I remember when he first did it, I was thinking when I first heard the news he was cutting off Section 8 welfare, I was like, you know what? This is good. Stick it to these bitches. And then I thought about how bad it was. Like, you know what? This is gonna be bad for men, dude, because now you gonna be forced to get bitches, right?
Oh, they'll shame the shit out of you to put that bitch in your house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then they won't shame the shit out of you or try force or anything. And then you add in that law for in Oklahoma, and who knows how many other dumbass fucking states are gonna go along with that. Eventually, you won't have a choice. The bitch just have all she has to do is just go over there.
Hey,
lie, say you hit her, and then they'll kick you the fuck out and put her in. Like, yeah, that's it.
The state of Georgia considering that same bill from Oklahoma, dude.
Y'all think I was like motherfuckers thought I was crazy too. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. The whole thing you're talking about. Because there's multiple sides to the manhunt theory that I was talking about, and the one was just basically about when it comes down to like the social interactions and shit like that, and the other one was what you see going on now, where it's like, no, they're gonna force the shit. You want to get out of line? No, they're gonna put you back in line.
Dude,
that's gonna happen. You know, I ain't taking care of a bitch. I'm good. And like, no, we're gonna find a way.
Dude, you know, and flat out be honest with you, flat out be honest with you right now with this whole thing with India, I mean, anti-Indian told me a story about how they took the guy out of jail so he can marry a bitch. But was he convicted of a crime? I think. When he
No, the one you're mixing up the two stories. One was when they broke into the prison, took him out, and killed him over a false rape accusation. The other one was where they basically kidnapped the dude and forced him to marry a bitch.
What the fuck? And it's like, dude, it's like United States. I keep
and also, guess what? After that, there's nothing you can do. Like they're married. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell people all the time, like India, dog, United States, look, it's coming, it's coming close to India right now. Cause shoot, these laws that keep passing, bro. I keep trying to tell people, dude, you better get the fuck out of Dodge, keep your head above water. But like I said before, us MGTOW, dog, right out this little chat we got going on right now, none of us are safe, man. They gonna fucking find someone gonna put a bitch in it. I'm like, fuck that shit. Nah, bro. Nah.
We're talking about this shit, mother.
The problem with India, is that the men are not putting their foot down and saying, I'm not going to deal with this. That's the real problem.
They cups. That's why. It's like, dude, I feel sorry for him. Indian. He got put up with. He got to live in that country like that, man. That's a fucked up place to be living in, bro. Like they can take you out of jail, for killing you for a false accusation rape, even if you didn't do the shit. That's a fucked up mindset to be having, bro. That's fucked up, man. That's real fucked up, fam. What's up with that? Stay SFM. What's it? What's the stay in free will? What time you gonna start your stream again?
I think he stepped out.
He stepped out. I'm gonna end the stream because I know SFM supposed to be set up his stream soon. But it was a good stream, guys. Like glad we had talked and everything. Let me so what's gonna come in the final message. I'll let SM set the stream up. I'm gonna end the stream now. Let me end it now.